Episode 118 of Suplex City Limits for July 15th, 2017. Puff Puff Pass. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Fishes, joined as always by the Cheech to my Chong.
Hey, it's Mr. Tyler Fudge. What's up, Holmes?
I need a buzzer. You need to buzz yourself for that one. Suplex City Limits available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow us on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Also today, we are joined by fellow cool kid and contributor to Shooting the Shiznit podcast, Lance. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, brothers?
Finally got through all this technical bullshit.
I really liked Tyler's doing the north and south of the border accent simultaneously. Classic stuff.
I just understood what Jim said at the end, where he said you should buzz yourself. I was like, I don't know what that means. And now I get it, and I missed a cue. So,
You've been doing buzzing yourself for the last hour or so, getting ready for the show.
I have. Yeah. I am very squinty-eyed here right
now. Oh, shit. So we are here once again to talk the week in wrestling. What do we got today? We got some Mark Tank, the return of Mark Tank. We're going to play some games. What are we going to talk about? Great Balls of Fire, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all that shit. Lucha, of course. Lucha Underground. So yeah, got a lot to get into. If you guys want to start it off with the news, or should we do Great Balls of Fire since it was forever ago?
Do you want to just start with Great Balls of Fire? Because we most certainly can.
Let's do it. Great Balls of Fire.
I wish I had the song right now, but I totally spaced out on that.
Oh, Jesus. We've heard it 75 times this week already, so that's okay. One less time is fine.
Exactly. You've heard everyone else talk about Great Balls of Fire. Now it's our turn to talk about it.
And make every lame-ass joke about balls.
Dude, there's a lot of jokes to be made. Mm-hmm. We had, on the kickoff show, Neville and Tozawa. Pretty good match, but I don't know. I just don't care about the Neville stuff anymore. I'm over the Neville thing.
I refuse to watch the pre-show.
Fair.
Come at me, bro.
I watched it after the fact. It was, like you said, it was a good match, but nothing special.
You don't care about it.
I think they should just move Neville get him off that stupid show already and just on the main show and be done with it. You know, I mean, people take him more seriously that way.
That's a whole discussion in itself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why these guys have to wrestle each other, you know, and some do, but some don't, you know, like Kalisto can wrestle Braun Strowman and, I mean, you know, Finn Balor can, you know, wrestle real men. It's but these guys, you know, it's like they've just got to wrestle each other. And I don't know what happened to a lot of those guys. You remember at the beginning of 205 Live, they brought out like 16
there was like 15 guys and stuff, and then they all vanished.
Well, like,
when's the last time you saw Lindsay Dorado or Grand Metalik?
Exactly. Like the best one of them all, Grand Metalik, is nowhere to be found. He should be on a fucking milk carton somewhere.
But yet we get Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar every week.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Even after a fucking injury, we come back and it's the same shit. Once again.
And maybe that's why Aries left.
Oh, man. Dude, it's just a death sentence to these guys. It's like all of the worst things about the Cruiserweight division of WCW and like none of the good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all 3 count. That's it.
Well, people are talking now about the Mae Young thing. Like, this could possibly lead to a women's show. I'm like, no, please, don't do a women's show because it's just going to fall apart just like this did, you know?
Exactly.
Because this started as a tournament, which was excellent stuff, and then it went to this show, which is garbage, you know?
How did it suck? That's the thing is, like, how does it suck so fucking much? The tournament was so good.
Yeah.
And then this is so bad.
Because you have an old man that doesn't care about cruiserweight wrestling in charge of it. That's your main problem right there.
Yeah. And there needs to be something about the cruiserweights. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be its own thing. As weird as it is, how do you make it work, really? How do you make the cruiserweight division work?
Yeah, I mean, we did that show on Shooting the Shiznit a couple weeks ago of like different things they could do, like balls to the wall action. They could have better storylines. They could do a tournament format. You know, there's so many different things they could do. But I think this is in their game plan to have complete control of the wrestling viewership for 7 nights a week. So they don't give a shit what kind of quality the show is. They just want to know that you're going to be watching that on Tuesday night as opposed to watching any other wrestling product. I really think they want to have something. I know, exactly.
No, do you? Did anyone here watch 205 Live? I don't.
No.
Nope.
No.
It's awful. Fuck it.
Can't watch it anymore. Yeah.
Was this week was like a last man standing match or something between Neville and not Neville,
Cedric
between
Alexander and
Dar? Yeah.
There's a shock.
And it led to the breakup of Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. But
Well, that's compelling fucking television, dude.
Yeah, must see.
And I like the biggest fucking cruiserweight mark, ever. And if you'd have told me, like, oh yeah, WWE's gonna have a cruiserweight show, and you're gonna not even care enough to watch it.
It took them 2 months to get us all to feel that way, because initially I think all of us were excited about it after the tournament, but then 2 months later, it was just flat out garbage.
2 months later.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I watched like 2 weeks of it, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
There's 5 guys there. It's the 2 mentioned, and then it's Gulak and
Ali a little bit.
Davari, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Gallagher seems in and out. Even Gallagher, who I don't like, but he's in and out too.
He's a character. Ring work. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care.
Do you not like that style, or you just?
It's not the style, but if the style wasn't hammered into the cruiserweight division, where I want to see all this crisp, high flying stuff, no,
True.
I don't consider. To me, cruiserweight is more. It's not like the ground wrestling style. That's not what the cruiserweight division was ever.
It's more
about.
a state of mind, or what? It's more like
It's
more
kind of like a style. You know what I mean? Like what TNA did with the X division was probably the crispest time that was ever pulled off in modern day, and not counting like WCW and shit like that. But like in today's era, the X division is probably the best incarnation of it. You know what I mean? It's not about weight limits; it's about no limits kind of deal.
That's fucking frightening to think about.
It is, but like I'm not talking about like today, because the X division today is fucking garbage. It's abysmal.
Yeah.
But like if you look back in 05, the X division was some of the greatest wrestling going on in that time.
Wasn't it Samoa Joe, AJ, and Christopher Daniels, right?
Yeah, that was the
like
three
the top of the. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, talk about great.
Under you had Low Key, you had Sanjay Dutt, Chris Sabin, Jerry Lynn came in and out. It was unfucking real. Then you'd get Juventud Guerrera every now and then, right?
Hoovie's still out there. I think that they need to. I was in that for a while. WWE needs to sign Hoovie and bring him back and fucking have him put people over and shit.
You just like the juice,
dude. I love the juice, man.
Yeah,
you probably
Hoovie juice.
You probably heard that episode where we covered the WCPW Mexican qualifier and like how jacked up I was about fucking Hoovie.
You were marking on that Hoovie juice.
Fucking. I was like, when's the last time you saw Hoovie on fucking TV? God damn. Good shit. And also, dude, him on Codan's show is amazing. When he sings songs and shit. He doesn't know that everybody's laughing at him. It's amazing. It is amazing. Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins in a match that nobody gave a shit about.
No fucks given. Not.
But Bray Wyatt won.
That's true.
Although
that was
Bray
just
goes over somehow, some way. Bray goes over.
I can't believe that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, and then on Raw, to jump ahead, he wins again.
Yeah, no 50-50 there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but see, what you guys are forgetting is he'll lose next time and the time after that. So.
I think they just fear him because he wields the power of having JoJo in his corner.
Oh, that feisty ass. Whew.
Surprised that hasn't gotten him fucking buried because, like, everybody's jealous. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You are jealous that guy's fucking that chick, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, look
every
at
dude.
Look at what Bo Dallas has done since that come out. He has changed his look completely.
Yeah, now he's biker taker looking.
Yeah, he's trying to steal Michelle McCool.
Bo Dallas looks like a dude who sold me acid fucking 10 years ago.
It's the Miz Taraj.
Don't take more than 2, man. It's good shit. But yeah, bro, Wyatt gets 2 wins. It's like they finally figured out, like, it's okay to have a heel win by cheating. You know, that doesn't doesn't hurt your
part
baby.
of the deal. Yeah,
Doesn't hurt your baby face. You know, it's like they always just have it where like they just have to lose. They don't take near enough advantage of the dirty win. You know, like how often do you see somebody put their feet on the ropes to try to get a win? Like barely ever, right?
That's so true.
Back in the day, fucking Flair did that every match. He at least tried it every match.
Well, like for the Federation, we just watched Canadian Stampede, and the amount of heel work in that is amazing. You know, just the distraction, the ref distractions are so much better. You know, the dirty tactics are just cleaner. They're so much better.
Indeed. I just want to give an update here, dude. I'm smoking it loud today over here. Someone's probably going to call the cops. If I get arrested while we're recording, use it. Use it all.
Okay.
They have cops in North Dakota?
What the fuck? No, it's a lawless land, not unlike fucking the Mad Max.
The Black Hills.
That's South Dakota.
Oh, sorry. Same thing. I'm in Chicago, so fuck it. Same thing.
Now guys, you've got to put you got to tell me I'm from Canada. What's the Black Hills?
The Black Hills are just, I don't know, just hills. Just these big ass hills in South
Dakota.
JoJo's
ass. I think it's JoJo's ass.
Oh.
They're like regular hills, but they have like way better rhythm and style, and they're way fucking cooler than regular hills. And regular hills rip off everything of their pop culture from the Black Hills.
So what you're saying is the Rocky Mountains, they rip off because they got those white tips, right?
This went too far. This whole hill mountain conversation just went too deep.
Let's get back to ripping India the way it should be.
Exactly. You're not safe yet. And I don't think we have any India listeners left after all the shit we talk on them.
I mean, they're all Roman Reigns marks anyways, aren't they, from what I can tell?
That's true. But more about India later in Mark Tank.
Nice.
Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardy Boys in the Iron Man match.
You completely skipped Big Cass and Enzo Amore.
Oh, I did. Well, I mean, what was there? Okay.
Nothing at all.
Enzo getting destroyed. Enzo needs to be gone after this. I mean, one thing I'll say is that both of them are doing way better on the promos than I expected them to. But, I mean, this is just a squash thing to get Cass over, and Enzo just needs to vanish after this.
Have you heard that both these guys have heat backstage?
Yep.
Yeah, so Enzo Amore...
The heat on Cass is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He's a Trump supporter? Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, I just don't get that. I'm not at all a Trump guy, but, I mean, to give him shit over that? I mean, fuck that. It's a business, you know? If he's getting over, if he's selling merch, whatever, if he's doing well in matches, if he's doing good on promos, be supportive of the guy, you know? I mean, Jesus Christ, you don't like his politics? Who cares?
Well, if he on the low likes that, that's one thing. Like, I work with people that I know they have fucked up political views, but it doesn't come up, so I don't care, you know?
Exactly.
If he's over there fucking talking about it and, like, you know, blah, 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 all the time, if he's, like, as excited about it as AJ Styles is about fucking flat Earth and shit, which he's still going
over Antarctica.
Yeah, he's still going on. Like, what did he end up? Megaran was there on SmackDown last week and got, like, sucked into a whole conversation with him about something fucking whack. I don't know. It's conspiracy theories or something for a half hour with AJ Styles.
That sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so if the guy, like, quietly thinks the Earth is flat, that's whatever, dude. But if he's, like, walking around, like, trying to tell you about it, like, then I would see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Right. But I don't know, but Cass, it seems like he's on the verge of a big push right now. And he's had good success, I guess, relatively speaking, over the last couple of years. So you would think he would already know the locker room protocol, like, don't be rubbing Trump shit in people's faces, you know?
Yeah.
You would think, but who knows?
Do people do that on your Facebook? Fuck no, they don't.
Yeah, that's true. What's the Enzo heat over? I don't remember.
It's something happened on a bus, and apparently about the business to the point where he got kicked off of the bus, and now he cannot change in the male locker room.
Yeah, I've heard
the Miz treatment. That's
yes,
right, the Miz treatment. So good. Leave him by the fucking side of the road. He sucks.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with that guy?
Nothing at all.
Yeah, because he can't really. It's not like he can go to 205 or anything and be like a singles guy, can he?
No,
well, he's a shit wrestler. I mean, obviously the one thing he had was the spiel. That was it, you know. So I mean, if he becomes a babyface manager, but that's death to him in 6 months anyway. So I don't think there's much in the future for the guy.
Oh, I've got it, guys. I've got it. He's going to be Liv Morgan's mouthpiece.
There you go. I always figured that it would end up, the team breaking up would end up being like him managing Cass, which I thought was like where the money is at, really, isn't it? You know?
I like the fact that they split them, but I mean, I do feel it was like a little early considering all the merch they're selling. I mean, now that merch is all like, 99 cents online, you know?
Right. And that's the crazy thing about it is like they're that hardcore about shit, right? Like they don't care that those guys are like the #1 merch seller. You know, they're that fucked up that because they don't like them backstage or there's heat on them, they'll break them up to punish them, even though they're making the most money off of it. Like they do that shit all the time. They don't. You know, so I question a company who puts like petty bullshit in front of making fucking money. Not a company I'm gonna go buy stock of. Get the fuck out of here.
You can either have. On the other hand, a company that puts all of its eggs in one basket, a.k.a. GFW, and some ADR guy.
Fuck yes, this tag match, which I never understood originally why you put like two old guys in there, but then I like actually they're all about the Hardys aren't that much older than Cesaro. And shit.
Not a huge amount. I would imagine.
Fuck, they move differently in the ring, huh?
Oh, both Matt is something.
Matt's bad, dude.
Yeah,
it's really bad. Like I don't like watching him wrestle. I don't know.
Like when he does the whole broken character match, you know what I mean? That whole smoke and mirrors thing, it's okay.
Yeah,
but not in an Iron Man match.
Yeah, I mean they gotta break him soon. I mean, at this point, the fans are going to start forgetting about it. I mean, they're getting the good reactions, but shit, I mean, people are going to... People have been begging for it for so long. I mean, is it they're going on a losing streak? Is that what's going to finally break them? You know, because they lost to them again on the next night they lost, right, on Raw?
Yeah.
And then the Revival destroyed them afterwards, so it's got to be coming.
Matt's been tweeting, like that the voices are getting louder and this and that.
Well, and Jeff dropped the obsolete thing on Raw.
Yeah.
And Matt also did a broken little thing there. And, they're really close to signing a contract on that. The only thing that's stopping them is Ed Nordholm from signing it. Because everything else has been agreed on to the point where, like, if Rebby says anything bad about GFW, she owes him $5,000.
Like, fuck that owl?
Yeah, if she can't, if this gets signed, she can't do that shit no more. And the only thing that's stopping it is apparently a signature from that Ed guy.
That's the guy from Anthem?
Yes.
That guy is a fucking cunt. He has no idea about wrestling. He's one of those guys. That's like the problem with that shit, right? It reminds me of Dixie Carter or something.
I was just going to say that when the more things change, the more they stay the same for TNA.
He's on there like... it looks bad to everybody. Like anybody who is a fan of wrestling, like hardcore enough to watch that shit, is gonna be pissed off that you're doing this, that you're suing the Hardys after all they fucking did for you over fucking the word delete. Get the fuck out of here, dude. And then you look like shit to talent too. How many do you want to go work at fucking TNA, Impact, GFW, whatever the fuck it's called today? I don't know. I wouldn't. I would pass on that.
But the Iron Man match, I thought the match was solid. The second half of the match was really good. I liked the timing aspect of it. I liked the finish. So I thought they did a nice job with that. But they got to be done with those guys. They got to split them up and go different directions finally.
I think it was my favorite match of the night, honestly.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was one of the better matches of the night for sure.
This is match of the night for me. Mm-hmm. Banks and Bliss.
Yeah.
It's not a match of the night for me.
No, can we just cut to the chase here? Bliss coyed to a fucking count out and just move on to the next match?
Yeah.
Because this match was fucking abysmal. It really was.
The only thing memorable was Bliss getting busted open at the end. That was about it.
Yeah.
I found that I actually did have notes for this show. Son of a bitch. Now I'm like, I missed all of these fucking points too. I had to go back to Cass 1 second. You know, he's just like, they just turned him into like Diesel and Hull like together. You know, he comes out with the hand up like Diesel.
And he's got the shirt on like Hull.
Yeah, he does the whole fall away slam. I'm just like waiting for the fucking hair flip, dude. You know, like
the toothpick.
Dude, he is like a mix of the two. And goddamn, yeah, he's a sloppy bitch, dude. What's with that guy's like gut? He's like 70s wrestler style.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that guy just, I don't know. He does not look like an athletic guy, does he?
No, not really. He fucking looks kind of sloppy. But this match was fucking silly. And then you do, after the count out, you do like this big spot off the flying knee.
Well, that's just to get the crowd from shitting on him so much, right?
But dude, why would you onto the fucking? That was like onto the floor, man.
Yeah, that was unreal. Like, why?
Yeah,
why
it was kind of hardcore for the girls, for sure.
Just for anybody, like, you first off land on your knees down there.
Yeah.
And secondly, like,
sitting on your face.
Go down on your back and like possibly smash your head into the ground. Seemed like a really dangerous spot for no fucking reason.
I don't think it was thought out. I think it was not, you know what I mean? They didn't think that was going to turn into that. Because you even tell, like, when they go to do it, it's like, oh man, the barricade is right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, it was almost a disaster.
Yeah. Like the match. The match itself, I wasn't, I mean.
Yeah, there was nothing to it. Nothing to it.
Some people online said it were like, oh, this is Bliss's best match. Like, what? Who keeps track of such a fucking awful?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be hard.
It's a low bar.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be hard for it to be your best match.
Yeah. I think they're trying to do what they can to build Sasha back up again. I don't know. Maybe at SummerSlam they go to a 3-way with the fat ass.
Come on, give me this. No,
I wasn't ready. He's fat.
There we go.
It's like stoner delayed.
Well, you gotta. I'm looking at Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Is like, oh, I don't need that cue.
I threw you a curve. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. I caught it, but I almost had an error. So.
Baseball
reference, buddy.
Speaking, I would not have talked about it, but you just made a baseball reference.
The Jason Judge.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if that's his actual name. But
what's a Jason Judge?
Okay, let's just say Judge from the New York Yankees winning the home run derby. The first rookie to ever win the home run derby.
Isn't it Aaron Judge?
It could be.
Yeah. That's why we don't know who Jason Judge is.
That's why I stopped. I called him Mike Judge first. What did he make? Fucking King of the Hill?
Yeah. Jesus. I don't watch baseball, but holy fuck! Did you guys see Sammy Sosa?
Oh my god!
No, I didn't.
He's a white woman. He's a white woman now.
What the fuck?
I've got
Sammy's a white woman.
Yeah.
That's what steroids will do to you.
Dude, he's like white now, and he's wearing all pink. He looked like one of those fucking shitty bologna hot dogs. You know?
I got the picture now. Holy shit!
He looked like Madam from Wayland Flowers and Madam, that ventriloquist act. He looked like that puppet. That's
my god.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's just weird to me when and a lot of people, I guess, is talking about Lil' Kim and Beyonce and shit, that people
Michael
are
Jackson?
Well, obviously, but then people are getting lighter and shit, they're using creams and shit to lighten their skin. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the same guy at all. Completely different person.
He's like, oh, I use this lotion all the time, for the last whatever, because of my, dry skin or this or that. But, I guess it's kind of it's lightened me a little bit. I probably would have started using a different fucking lotion, dude. If I was using a lotion that started slowly turning me fucking darker, now that'd actually be kind of badass.
Now,
tan and shit.
Riddle, how much dedication does it really take to cover your whole fucking body with low, like that's a fucking full-time job. I don't know if it's because I'm fat and I got so much fucking surface area, but it just seems like so much fucking work. Like, does really changing the pigment of your skin need to be like? Is it that big of a problem?
He made millions of dollars in baseball, dude. He fucking pays immigrants to lotion him up. Lotion time, Mr. Sosa.
Oh.
Disgusting. I would do it for LaToya Jackson, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's gross. Anyway, Miz with the whole crew versus Wacky Dean.
Ugh.
Again.
Match was okay, but I'm just tired of that pairing. It feels like that pairing's been going on for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Like, let's go already.
Because it has, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever since the draft.
And I'm sorry, I have to jump back real quick. So they did that. Bliss did the arm spot thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As if nobody remembered what that was.
Dude, none of the commentary seemed to.
Right, because they
were like, I've never seen that before. That's, this and that. Like, you don't watch SmackDown either then. Okay. Motherfuckers. But yeah, Miz and Dean, I could give a shit about this, dude, honestly.
Yeah, enough with them. I love both of those guys. I really do. I think Miz has done a hell of a job, especially on the mic this year. And Ambrose is, when he's motivated, he has great matches. But Jesus, enough with these two together.
Agreed.
I don't know if I think Ambrose has great matches.
When he's motivated.
What's give me a couple of the better Ambrose matches that have. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I guess I don't think of him as I don't know. Maybe it's just he uses the same shit all the time.
Yeah, that boomerang, whatever, clothesline coming off the ropes, whatever it's called. I'm tired of that one, but I'd say, back. I mean, this is going back a ways, but when he was with the Shield, it was fantastic. That whole act.
Yeah. I think you're gonna get that back soon. It's gonna happen soon.
Oh yeah.
Shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. But yeah, his dive also to the outside is the worst fucking dive. I just hate it. Every time I see it, I just fucking hate it. But yeah, I don't really have much to even say about this match. It was, And it looked like on Monday, is it still going? It didn't end?
Well,
no, they brought him back out again.
He won the title, so he's got to get a rematch, you'd think, right?
Dude. How? What are you talking about? Miz and Ambrose here?
Miz lost the title, didn't he? No?
No.
See, that's how much I fucking paid attention to this match. That match fucking sucked.
There's no chance now that we're gonna get a 6.25 star from Meltzer.
I think we're already down to 6.
Yeah, it's best we could do is 6.
Yeah.
We're not in Japan, so.
And we got 4 hours left, so we got time.
Yeah.
God damn.
4 hours.
We're still on Great Balls, for crying out loud.
I know, we did the Braun Strowman Roman Reigns ambulance match. The first note that I have about this match is a note about pedophile Geddy Lee in the front row is wearing a tank top, and that really disturbed me. Today's time, soy.
How do those guys get in the front row at every single show?
I don't get
every
it either.
single show. Him and his mother, who looks like a frickin' Simca from Taxi.
Let's go to the wrestling show, mother.
Yeah.
He calls her. He calls her mother, dude. I guarantee you, he calls her mother.
Oh yeah, probably holds her
What are
hand
their
across
names?
the street too.
I know their real names. Simon and Alice. That's their real names.
How the fuck do you know their
Another
real
guy
names?
in the group. Because we have a guy in the group that's in that front row. And
Oh, okay.
so he said that they're nice enough people. They very much keep to themselves. And their names are Simon and Alice. They're not on social media. That is the word that I have. So.
Yeah, and it said shoot his mom.
Yeah, that is his mom.
See, I'm interested in it because, how does he afford it? How does he do it? How do they do this?
Yeah. They're at every show, regardless of where they're at, all the pay-per-views, and they're almost always in the same seats, too, for Christ's sake. Those seats alone have to cost, what, $750, $1,000?
Easily.
Every time? Yeah, let alone the travel.
I wouldn't pay fucking $100 to sit at ringside at a WWE event. The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm curious about it, man. I want to know how the fuck do these two fly around the whole fucking country?
Yeah, do they work? I mean, mother's got to have an inheritance or something.
That's got to be it, but
yeah. They won the lottery.
If anyone knows, if you're listening and hit us up, man, on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Let me fucking know. I thought I heard that they won a bunch of money, that they like a lottery winner. Maybe that was just fucking, people
That was
guess.
me saying it 10 seconds ago. I think that's what you heard.
Huh? I seem to remember somebody saying it. No, I've heard it before that they won the lottery. Anyway, the Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. Spend more time talking about that fucking guy. Braun Strowman goes for a pin in this match. Fantastic.
Oops.
Holy shit, this guy. I was starting to say too, like, fuck, he's really improved. He's pretty good, man, at this point.
And then
I don't think I was like, oh, that's kind of shitty. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of the match? I mean, the match is really nothing at the end, once the end happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was all the spectacle of getting to the crash at the end. And, I mean, honestly, if that was any other guys, I would say that was a double turn. But I don't think it is a double turn. But Christ, you have Braun limping off as the final thing you see. You have Braun limping off bloody, saying, "Leave me alone," or whatever he said.
And
I'm like, that is such a babyface move.
Yeah, and then our babyface, in fact, though, leaves the scene of the crime and says, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, I'm done."
Exactly. I mean, it was the perfect setup for a double turn, but it's probably not happening.
Okay, this is when you know that the WWE has dropped the ball on something, okay? When a news outlet or a news commentary outlet like Vice has an article on how shitty they did the double turn. You know what I mean? And how big of a missed opportunity that could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that they're trying to make Roman into a badass, like a Steve Austin type of badass, like that would do something like that, that has no remorse whatsoever, to try to get the male fans back on his side or something. I mean, that's about the only other explanation I can come up with. I thought it was executed well. I thought they really did a lot of work to get the Jaws of Life and to do all that stuff. I thought they pulled it off well. I was entertained by it, but I just wonder where it's going.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead.
No, yeah, the whole execution of it, the Jaws of Life, I really liked what they did with the match. You know what I mean? The match that came out impromptu. I thought that was really clever, and it made it feel realistic to, the viewer. And really down to the entrances where they were taping each other, taping the wrists, still putting on their knee pads and shit. I thought that was great.
And two guys that you could not give a shit less about either.
Exactly. So it didn't take anything away.
So you didn't
from
care
if
you weren't seeing it. That you saw 10 seconds of that match. Yeah, you're right. It didn't matter. But yeah, it was good planning. Good planning.
Well, first off, I like Heath Slater more than I like a lot of fucking guys on this show.
Yeah, well, you don't care about a Heath Slater-Kurt Hawkins match, though.
No, that's true. As far as like what I was thinking about it, man, like Braun Strowman should have probably won. He did win, but
he did win.
He didn't win at the same point, Like Reigns took himself out, which is like, But I thought that thing at the end was filmed so fucking stupid. They can't get out of their own way. Like the shot of Roman in the mirror, fucking awful, dude. It's like when they did AJ Styles throws Shane McMahon through the window of a car, and they show a replay of it, and there's a camera inside the fucking car. It's the same deal with this. It's like 47 camera angles as this ambulance backs up. Yeah,
but Jim, you're an astute viewer. I don't think the average viewer from the universe would pick up on that stuff.
But you say that the universe is full of fucking dumb fucks?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. But then why all of the overproduction? Why 40 fucking camera angles? It should be one camera running, chasing them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
You see, Jim, they're not making a found footage movie. They're making a movie. We're making movies, pal.
About the only thing I was critical of at the end was the fact that couldn't they just start the fucking ambulance and pull it forward if they're really trying to get in there? And plus there was a shot of the back door flying off of the ambulance when it crashed. There was a clear shot of the back door just literally getting ripped off the ambulance. So I'm like, you're having a hard time getting in to the ambulance that has the door ripped off in the back? That's about the only thing I was critical of. But anyway, I thought overall it was pulled off pretty well.
And two, they can't afford pyro anymore, but they can do this. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a thing now. That's officially a thing.
Yep. No more pyro. Unless it's a special occasion, like they'll still do pyro probably at a Royal Rumble or a certain entrance. You know what I mean? Like WrestleMania will still get pyro.
The intro to the show is fucking badass when the song plays. Well, if it's a badass song, which they don't have now, and it goes into the arena and it's dark and there's fucking fireworks going off and the crowd is fucking pumped up. That's awesome, dude. That's worth. What does it cost every fucking week?
Well, you've got pyrotechnics on staff that you're paying to travel to each show, so that in itself is an expensive thing every week.
But at this point they've turned into what they are, a fucking corporation.
Well, yeah.
We're we could just not pay for this. Back in the day they put extra money in because it fucking made it better, like different sets for the events and shit like that. And now it's just everything's the same. Every show is the same. Every stage is the same. There's no fucking fireworks. It sucks. I don't know. Sorry, I'm negative.
But they're making more money than ever. So.
Well, yeah, because they're not doing anything anymore.
They're not paying for pyro.
Right, yeah. right. But the thing is you can't really blame them. Like let's say you ran a corporation, okay, and you could take away, do without pyro and still have everybody come. Nobody's going to stop watching because they don't do pyro no more, right? That's just ridiculous. And if you're going to stop watching because they stopped doing pyro, you're a fucking mongoloid because there's something wrong upstairs.
Well, yeah, but it makes it better. It makes if you look at it objectively, it makes it better. So
I'm sure they'll wheel it out for the main pay-per-views. They'll wheel it out for Mania and SummerSlam and that. So I think from that perspective, it's probably okay.
And which makes those shows seem bigger.
Right, exactly. I mean?
If everything does pyro, then every show seems big, which every show is far from it from the WWE. Far from it. Yeah. This show being one of them. They should have just had two great big brass balls just dangling. And that's
the thing. The show's about balls of fire, and there's no fireworks. Wasn't it originally called Bad Blood? This pay-per-view.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been. I do recall seeing Bad Blood on the pay-per-view list for this year.
Yeah,
and hearing
or did they have something else? Called Blood.
I didn't see it. If we had seen Great Balls of Fire when they released the pay-per-view list in January, we would.
No, they replaced it. Right, yeah, they originally announced it, and then later on they switched it. So it was funny because every match had blood on this show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Blood. What's that remembered for? The Kevin Nash Triple H Hell in a Cell. Fuck that.
When you're what is that remembered for? In my head was crickets. I don't remember a fucking thing about Bad Blood.
Horrible.
Just that it was spelled B-A-D-D. I think that was the only thing I remember is the spelling of it.
It was.
Well, yeah, if you do that, then you can fucking whatever trademark it or copyright it or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. Joe and Lesnar, main event.
It was a great 5 minutes. It was for 5 minutes. But...
Yeah.
Man, I really thought they really should have put Joe over in this. I thought, but
you knew they weren't going to. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I thought maybe they would see the light. It made sense. Whatever.
I mean, they're obviously going to keep it going because they got Joe still involved. But man, you're right. I think you're right. I think they should have put it on Joe at this point because they caught lightning in a bottle with this feud and the promos for this feud, the build up for this feud. They've hit on all cylinders on this stuff, and then they fucking put Brock over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. One F5.
Yeah.
And he got out of the choke, so that takes away from that.
Yeah.
Although, that's glad you brought that up. At the end of the show, there was a lot of complaining from people about one F5. And it's you can't fucking win, right? Three finishers and people complain about it. You do one and then they complain about it still, so what the fuck are you going to do?
Well, see, that's the thing, though. You can't just go from having people kick out of 2 to 3 finishers and then just draw a line and say, okay, now it's 1. You got to gradually work your way to that point. Or it comes off as a fucking absurdity. Because you've got Joe Blow Rollins over there that can take fucking F5s till the cows come home, and then you've got Samoa Joe here with he just looks like he's got a 4-inch skull. Really, how is that going to hurt him?
You break coconuts over that that skull.
But now, though, you look at it in another light. The fact of Samoa Joe not getting the choke applied, or him getting out of the choke, just reaffirmed Samoa Joe's case that if I could have gotten that choke on, he would have been out. But he got out of it. Mm-hmm. So
what's the longest Brock match that we've seen? I mean, are they all 2-3 minutes?
Are we talking about recent or back in history?
Yeah. Well, I mean, since he's been back in WWE, are they on average about 5 minutes?
The Hunter-Lesnar matches are probably the longest ones because Hunter's got to make everybody have a long match, right? He had a 30-minute match with Scott Steiner, which is just asking
Maybe it's
for
just that Lesnar can't go more than 5 minutes at this point. I don't know. Maybe
if Lesnar's not in a ring with somebody that can carry him through the match, no, I don't think so.
I mean, this shit should have gone 15, 20 minutes with Joe. If he's going to be on the losing end, at least have him, go out valiantly after a 15-minute struggle where they both end up getting over, It was too simple. Brock beating him in 5 minutes was just too simple.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird deal. It's pretty hard to sell, like this guy is your main event guy. This is the big match, and then they're always like 3 minutes. Yeah. But it was good. I don't care how long it was. I was satisfied with it.
Oh, I was too.
It was exciting for 5 minutes. It was exciting as hell. I just wanted more. It left you wanting more for sure.
And
it's like the last one, same thing.
And that's not a bad thing. Leaving you wanting more. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
as long as they're going to give you more, But I mean, at this point, it's Joe against Reigns on Monday for the SummerSlam match. So I mean, if they go with Joe at SummerSlam, then maybe that's where they give us more.
I assume that they're going to do some kind of fuck finish. There's going to be 3 of them.
And it'll be a 3-way at SummerSlam, yeah.
Or a fucking 4-way.
Yeah. It's possible.
Braun in there too, man. That's what I see. I see Braun.
That's right. Yeah.
Braun coming out, getting involved. A bit 4-way.
They do love the
I'm not finished with you.
They do love the
I'm still not finished with you.
Yeah. Braun's coming out in that match, shoot. It's happening. Yeah. So you guys want to fucking get into some Mark Tank or what?
Are you ready? Mark Tank it
is.
Let's
do it. Mark Tank it.
Mark is a guy that pays his last $20 on crack cocaine. Mark is a guy that believes that OJ didn't do it. And Mark is each and every one of you son of a fucking bitch.
Fantastic. Love that song. All right.
Let's
get into some Mark Tank.
I think I just heard Lance drop off the call.
I think you did. Yes, sir, you did. What the fuck's going on? Technical difficulties, huh? All right. Well, we'll get him back here.
Let's just keep on going until...
Let's see if he calls back. All right. He's going to miss Mark Tank now.
He shouldn't have missed it. He shouldn't have fucked up that call.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Should I just go on? Should we just go on?
I say we just go on until he comes back. Get him to call in when he's ready.
All right. Oh, he is right now. Here we go.
There we go.
All right. It should be good to go. 5, way down from a 5-star podcast now.
2-star podcast.
2-star podcast. Glenn Flora says, great match. Roman should be suspended, and he don't deserve a title shot. Lesnar would destroy him. There's a lot of angry fans about this one, man.
So, have they turned on Roman? Is that what you're saying?
It's coming. This guy, Dalton Smith, says, I know this is scripted, but I think Kurt needs to do something with Roman. What he did, that was wrong. I'm glad Braun beat Roman. Roman sucks.
So what's he saying is he
sucks?
as well as Roman sucks.
Yeah. I and Roman sucks.
Yeah.
Plural.
You suck.
We love you, Kurt. You suck.
He knows it's scripted, but that said, Angle needs to do something about it, man. Derek Scheffler. See, that's the thing. Usually, I mean, we end up with a lot of the marks in Mark Tank are from a certain geographical part of the world. These are all white motherfuckers with white motherfucker names, dude. You know?
But
Derek.
they're all probably from below a certain latitude line, though.
Hey, you know.
Do they even have Twitter in West Virginia?
Shoot on the South.
Oh.
I think ourselves over in the South, honestly, because like we'll make jokes and it's just like I think we've fucked ourselves over.
We're a territorial podcast.
I'm here to destroy the West Virginia demographic for you guys.
So now, okay, is there a reason why you hate West Virginia?
No, it just seems like they got less teeth per capita and less brain cells than most of the rest of our country.
Give me a city. What's the biggest city in West Virginia? So my ignorant Canadian ass knows.
West Virginia. Is there a Charleston or is that Virginia? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, there's a Virginia and a West Virginia.
Yes, and there is a brand new Mexico as well, just so you know.
And then there's North and South Dakota.
Yeah, with the Black Hills.
You guys
In
are
one of them.
so fucking original. North and South Carolina. Wow.
Wait, how'd you know about that?
I mean, Ric Flair, right?
Oh, okay.
Plus, I'm from Canada. The Carolina Hurricanes. Come on.
Got it.
You've learned all of your geography from fucking
Wrestling.
80s territory wrestling. Derek Scheffler says Rowan came off like a sore loser. He lost fair and square. Yep. What kind of message does he send to the kids?
Oh,
When you
all
suck,
about the kids.
yeah.
The poor
When
kids.
you suck and get a participation trophy, put your opponents in the back of an ambulance and ram it into something, trapping them inside.
The guy's
I'm pretty sure that's
true.
Like I'm saying, that speaks to his white motherfuckerness and bald white dude in a polo shirt, and like that was all well typed out, so that shows you.
Oh yeah, no, he's one of those trigger warnings, guys. Don't you trigger me.
Yeah, let's see. I'm just like looking through some of these, yeah. Eric Wood says WWE might as well take that brand new belt and throw it in the trash can. It is nothing but trash anyways. Part-time champ, part champ belt, full-time garbage.
Part champ belt.
Yeah. Done watching this crap. I'd rather watch money fuck a football. See what it says.
Money fuck football.
I'd rather watch money fuck a football.
What the fuck?
Now,
Is that a
Just
Floyd Mayweather reference?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't think
Want to see Floyd Mayweather fucking a football?
football. Yes.
now that's an image. Now that's an image.
Yeah.
With McGregor holding said football.
No, with McGregor yelling at him in the background.
Oh, you fuck! You fuck!
Fuck that football!
Yeah, fuck that football! I can't do accents. I suck.
That's a good, more intimately fuck that football. Yeah. Oh, make that football your bitch.
I'd pay $100 to see that on pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. Golden Boy Productions presents Floyd Mayweather
fucking a football.
live on pay-per-view.
This Sunday.
All due to Mark Tank's wonderful booking.
The genius. Helen K. Owen. Her profile picture is an American flag blowing in the wind. This was a lousy fight. They did not call it right. They said had to be in the truck and hold off to win. Roman was not hauled off in the truck, but Strowman was hauled off in the truck. They called the fight wrong. 2 thumbs down emojis.
Oh, Helen.
I don't believe they said that they had to drive him off, did they?
Probably not.
No.
One of those rules that came up like once in a while. They did mention it at some point, but like once ever in the build-up. So, but yeah, then it was dropped. So, I can see Helen's point. Although she can't write for shit.
And she's probably blind, and mute, and deaf.
You're just stereotyping because of her first name.
That's just how evolution began, man. Stereotype, bro.
Kevin Edward Gemble. I always hope like somebody listening to this, like, holy fuck, that's me.
That's me. Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, fuck this show, man. Like, he's so mad if you like use your fucking Facebook post as a. He says, so Ellsworth gets suspended for interfering in a match. Reigns should be banned for life for those actions. He's got 3 exclamation points on the end, so you can tell he's
serious.
They're gonna lump Ellsworth in with that shit. Jeez.
Yeah. Let's see. Kenneth Jennings, probably not the guy who won on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, yeah. You can
Probably not.
You can tell by the grammar and the spelling on this one. He is on it, on that board. He's on it.
Nails with Jeopardy. That's good. Kenneth Jennings says Roman is the big dog. Braun tried to use his little pea brains instead of physically beating a man, so he will need medical attention like the big dog did.
Pea brains, plural?
Yes, pea brains, plural.
2 brains. Wow. That's why Braun got away. They only destroyed 1 brain.
Oh, pea brains.
This one's interesting. Jason Dean Powers Sr.
Because he doesn't want to get confused with Jason Dean Powers III.
Yeah, no, his son must be a dick. Just a huge fucking dick. Or he's in jail for something horrendous. One of the 2.
Jason Dean Powers.
Let's see if there is a
Yeah,
Jason
that's a prison
Dean.
name.
That
That is a prison name.
I'm
for sure.
searching it up.
Well, sure, there's a junior. Of course there is. He wouldn't be senior if there wasn't.
What do you say is Jason Dean?
Dean Powers.
D or Dean?
Dean. Who gives a fuck away from him? Of course, if he's senior, there is a junior. I agree. Anyhow, holy fuck.
What were his pearls of wisdom, Jim?
His pearls of wisdom. Ambulance angle has happened before. For example, Nash and Savage feud in WCW Limo and Humor.
Feud?
Yeah, feud. In WCW Limo and Humor. Humor, Humer. I kind of get what he's saying there, but the way he said it was so fucked. And like I said, these are like English speaking. These are Americans, man. That's the craziest
like the fact that he used for example. That I give him a style points for example.
Let's see. Cameron A. Hunter. Reigns committed vehicular manslaughter because he is a babyface, and that's what they do now. Well, I guess that's kind of a fair.
Except
sort of
for the
thing.
fact that Braun didn't die.
Yeah.
Attempted manslaughter, goof.
This one's fucking great, dude. Pat nickname. I don't know. It's got 2 E's. Did something go wrong, or did I just get worked hard? That was a lot of blood, and he seemed generally concussed.
Guys. March 16th, 2003, Mooresville. A Mooresville man is still being held after arrestation on Thursday for child sex charges. Jason Powers, 43, was picked up by...
The real news is breaking here. Oh, that's classic.
I found it.
Was it West Virginia? Was it West Virginia?
I don't know, wherever Mooresville is.
Oh, Morrisville, of course.
What, doesn't have the state, though? It doesn't have, like, a...
There's a Morrisville in every
Oh,
state.
this is crime in Charlotte.
Oh, North Carolina.
The South.
If that was West Virginia, I would have fucking popped so hard.
Oh, fucking hell. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Derek House says Roman Reigns is a murderer, should be arrested.
He's not a murderer because he didn't die, so...
Nobody died. What's wrong with these people? Did they turn it off after the ambulance crashed? That was it? Oh, I'm sure Braun died, so I might as well not watch anymore.
Well, off to bed.
Yep.
Nothing like a good death before bed.
Yep.
Oh, man. Let's see.
Roman is a murderer.
Yeah.
No, Jason Dean Powers is a murderer.
No. He's a registered sex offender.
Oh, sex offender. Well, you know what that leads to.
Well, I mean,
eventually, that gets murder.
It was worse than
It's
children.
a gateway
so.
crime. It's a gateway crime.
Victor Fritz.
Oh,
says,
Victor Fritz.
Yeah, Victor Fritz.
He's on the
Von
phone.
Erich.
Von Erich family.
Yeah. Victor Fritz Von Erich.
If he hears this, he'll probably hang himself from a tree.
It's a well-dressed man, a well-dressed black man in a suit. So, I don't know. Especially once, like, right as I'm about to, like, describe his picture, you say hanging from a tree.
Well, there goes the Black Hills demographic.
Yeah, he's an African-American gentleman in a suit. Looks well-dressed. He says this is not a scene for families to watch. This is not a sport. I urge WWE management to stop these two men from fighting before the worst happens.
Does this guy not go to movies? Does he not think that, really that Vin Diesel killed a guy, for real in a movie?
Yeah, and he just goes and walks the red
20th
carpet.
century thoughts. You have to do something to help Keanu Reeves. He's on a bus, and if he goes slower than 35 miles an hour, it will explode.
Victor Fritz, we need your help.
Please do something.
Oh, shit.
I implore you.
Victor Fritz, attorney at law. Oh my God, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, holy shit! Like, this guy's serious.
Yeah, no,
these people are actually voting too. That's the scary part.
It's obvious that these people are voting.
Yeah, that's true.
Namdi Okolai says, "So
are we still in America, Jim?
No,
that one? Okay.
We are not in Kansas anymore."
I thought that was coming.
So are we supposed to act like Roman didn't attempt murder, or that Joe doesn't know how to do the Chimeraplex? What is that? Chimeraplex? Is that a thing? Or the Muscle Buster? I don't know what that means. We're supposed to forget that he doesn't that Roman attempted murder, dude.
Well, at least this guy said attempted. Unlike the other ones who said murder and manslaughter were committed.
Let's see.
The Chimera, what is it? The Chimeraplex?
Chimera plex. Chimeraplex.
Going for coquina clutch? I mean, that's the only thing I can even think of. That's even remotely close.
I don't know.
No, it is a move that Samoa Joe performs. It's a suplex deal. It's like a bridging suplex.
What's it called?
The Chimeraplex. Chimera is like, I don't know if you're. I know Chimera from the Resistance Fall of Man game. That was the name of the aliens. They were called Chimera. But
well, I know Chimera from the fucking shitty early 2000s nu metal band. And of course the Chimera. What is it? It's like a fucking
lizard
animal, like a
yeah.
Isn't it like a fucking yeah?
Well, like in Resistance, Chimera were lizard-like people.
Oh, okay.
Isn't there a Lucha Underground character?
There's a whole stable
Chimera.
of. There's a
Chimera.
whole. No, there's a whole fucking stable of lizards over there. And with the winner of the week, the mark of the week. Do you have our mark of the week fucking sound, Freddie?
Yes, I do.
We should have it on this show. Rashid Jah Rashid. His first name is the same as his last name.
Name's so nice, they named him twice.
The Rashid's so nice, they named me twice. He says, the Big Don Roman Ring, that Palyar of WWE.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
The Big Don?
One more time on that. The Big Don, Roman Ring, BSAT. And then it's BSAT, B-S-A-T. The next word is Palyar, P-A-L-Y-A-R of WWE. The BSAT Palyar. I'm the BSAT Palyar of fucking Suplex City Limits, son.
It should be a T-shirt. The BSAT Palyar.
Oh, gotta be Big Dog in Punjabi. That's gotta be it. Or
must be
one of those fucking languages over there.
Fucking awesome, Mark.
The Big Don. I want to be the Big Don.
Yeah. Well, you're never gonna be the BSAT Palyar, my friend.
I can aspire. It's a dream.
Oh fuck! That deserves a joint. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that drop where the guy says we're all stupid for listening to it? Is that Sami Zayn?
He's crazy. No. Sami Zayn has his own
right.
fucking-
No,
his own thing.
this is Sami Zayn.
Fellas, I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in war.
That's crazy.
Oh man, it's crazy.
There we go.
This whole angle is fucking so silly over there. Well, let's look into the news. Holy shit.
This week in the news, the Paige saga continues, but really, she gotta be asking for it. Over to you, Mr. Vicious.
Oh my. Well, what's our first story? I mean, that's our story of the week, Connor, right?
It's gotta be,
Del
right?
Rio. I mean, we are the least classy fucking podcast out there, right? So we got to go for the scummy shit. Yeah, Del Rio suspended by GFW, pending investigation into a
Domestic battery?
domestic assault, I guess. Dude,
What exactly does suspended by GFW mean? They don't do house shows. The TV has been taped for the next month.
And they won't take them off of
What
it.
exactly? Yeah, I mean, what exactly does suspended mean? Nothing. It's like just a token gesture to show that hey, we did the right thing, folks. Look at us. We suspended them.
I'm surprised they did because like TNA of old wouldn't have, right?
No.
Because they're just that fucking dumb. And I mean, I'm really considering all the southern motherfuckers who work for GFW. I figured like, you know, they'd be like, no, you know, sometimes you gotta slap a bitch.
I would have slapped her for wearing that mask in the front row at the pay-per-view.
I think didn't people end up saying it was his sister or something? Like,
No, that
dude,
was her. They said it was her.
I know it was her, but did they? Okay.
Yeah.
She's fucking stupid. I hate.
Well, that's what I put on in our group the other day, that it's only a matter of time before she's dating Colby Carino, because they're a match made in hell.
Yes. Book
We
it
just get
now.
each other, you know. Me and Colby, we get each other. Heroin.
I mean, sadly, I really hope that it doesn't end, you know, in the morbid fashion that we're all predicting with ADR and Paige. But Jesus
this will
Christ,
end
that is.
bad.
Oh, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
that is going down a really ugly road with the two of them.
It'll be the Chihuahuas. The Chihuahuas will be in the enclosed pool area.
Yeah, exactly.
Only this time will be fuck. He'll be death by fucking suffocation. This Del Rio's dick down her throat.
But yeah, there's audio came out, and some people were like shitting on that. Like, oh, who goes and takes audio and like puts it to team? Fuck that, dude. This is news. Thank you for getting that, right?
I agree. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, once you put yourself in the public eye, you have no that's just a part of being a quasi celebrity. Is your privacy is gone. You got to realize that before you go and do it. Because if you don't realize it, you're an idiot. So to me, it's just like, well, good on you. You're a fucking idiot. If you didn't, if you thought that people weren't going to care about your fucking personal life when you started, blasting people on Twitter and shit with a drunk Del Rio, well, what else do you think is going to fucking happen? Like, it's fucking.
Was the audio the crazy woman in the airport that was following him or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the audio?
Yeah.
I mean, and then that woman in the transcript, I didn't hear the audio, but in the transcript, in the middle of it all, she says, "I'm a big fan, by the way." Like, Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, by the way.
Of your porn. I'm a big fan of your fucking porno.
Yeah.
Well, who was she talking to? Paige or Del Rio? Who was she a big fan of? By the
I'm
way?
sure Paige. Nobody's a fucking fan of Del Rio.
Oh, my co-host on Shooting the Shiznit is a huge fan of Del Rio.
Well, he
But
obviously
all the wrong reasons.
There's certain wrestlers he's never seen wrestle. Then I guess. Not to be a dick or anything, but Del Rio fucking sucks.
He's a wise man about wrestling, but yeah, that's a little questionable to me. Shout out to Will. He's probably listening to this.
Yeah, he is. I'm sure he is. Good guy, but yeah, our tastes are a little bit different in wrestling.
My chances of ever getting booked on that show have gone down the tube.
Feed on the best little podcast in the business.
In the business, that's right.
The business.
Yeah, right. I did that last week. This little pod in a business. I don't know how I did it. I tried to do like an impression of him. I had this like low rent Will Chamel impression. Zach Beavis, that's her brother.
Yes.
We're outside of Mark Tank here, but he says he has this long thing about it. Basically, he says, "I've got to say I'm very worried about my sister. Please keep an eye on her. She had one prick known as Brad Maddox who took advantage of an 18-year-old girl, physically and mentally abused her." Really? Anyway, and now she's with a control freak who thinks he's a tough guy because he beats my sister and has money to cover his tracks. I love my sister. She will end up like Whitney Houston or Amy Winehouse. I want the world, yeah. So keep an eye on her. Pretty interesting, man. Well, like, our other brother said something too, I think. But
well, like, he was, yeah. They had said something, time and time again about him. But like first they said that the lady threw water on him that recorded the audio. Then it comes out that Paige threw the water on Del Rio. Right. So it's almost like, if that is true, that she is being beat. It sounds like Del Rio's like forcing her to fucking speak on his behalf. But then, like, I was listening to the Observer, and Dave said that Alberto contacted him wanting to tell his side of the story, and then redacted it.
Oh, really?
And so it's like, this just gets weirder and weirder every day.
Yeah.
Like, what's Alberto's side to the story?
Ooh. They're just fucked up. They're both fucked on coke, and there was a lot of discussion about coke in this.
Yep.
In the audio that came out, they're talking about coke. She's saying he's been awake for 2 days on coke, and he's talking about the coke in her bag. And good fucking luck, dude.
That is not going to end well.
No. And she's like, "You ruined my career and my life and shit."
Well, he did, though. He did.
She's still on WWE's payroll, right? I mean,
well, yeah, only
somebody there step
injured.
up and put her in fucking rehab or something? If that's, if we know about that shit, then obviously they know what's going on.
But they can't put her in rehab. She has to agree with it, right? Like, they can't just say, "You rehab now." It's like, okay, no, I'm not going.
Or you're fired.
I don't think she really cares. You wouldn't put a mask on your face and sit at a TNA fucking show if you cared about your job.
Yeah. Really, what they should have done is they should have fucking fired her way before.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking footage came out of her shoving shit up her ass. I mean, honestly, she should have been gone from the company already at that point. It wouldn't have been a fucking issue. Move on. She's not going to do anything anywhere else, dude.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
If she sorts her shit out later down the road, then maybe you bring her back. But I don't think she was. She was like ahead of a big wave of really good wrestlers, right? She came in and you're like, wow, this is like the first new woman who can actually sort of wrestle. And then she just got eclipsed by like a bunch all at once who were way fucking better than her.
Yeah. She's nothing in my books. And now it's just like, please, the less I hear about you, the better.
Yeah. So, good luck with all. Good luck on all that shit. What else we have? What else we to say? Fuck. Good luck, pal. What else we got this week?
Carl O'Reilly debuted in NXT during the tapings.
Spoiler alert. We usually don't. Yeah, it's not like any. You think there's some guy out there like, oh, fucking Kyle O'Reilly, yeah.
Turn it off this podcast.
They're like really into it. That's interesting you brought that up. I was gonna propose to you guys a question, and that is, what do you think they're gonna do with guys like this Bobby Fish, O'Reilly, Donovan Dijak is reported to be coming, Leo Rush, Adam Cole? What are they going to do with these guys, and will they be able to actually make any of these guys stars?
I think that, well, okay, so you know how we were talking about having wrestling on every night of the week so that nobody else can watch it. Well, part of that, the other side of that is taking all the talent from everywhere else and have them as your own so nobody else can use them. You know?
Yeah.
So they got all these guys now, put them all in NXT. If one sticks, bring him up to the roster. If the other sticks, okay, bring him up to the roster. If nothing sticks on the guy, keep him in NXT.
Yeah,
it's at least going to better NXT.
Yeah, I agree with all of that for sure. And if, like you said, if any of them catch on and get over in NXT, then they bring them up, and no harm, no foul. They just they rape the roster of ROH and TNA and other groups and stuff, and hopefully put them under is probably the way they're thinking.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the coin, too, it's a lot easier for a place like ROH or TNA to bring somebody new in and have them get over because they've got a more understanding crowd.
All right.
And plus, you've got so many guys like Kurt Hawkins. Jesus. I mean, I know you Titus. I mean, you got guys like that Darren Young, that just are going nowhere and are meaningless. If they were to let a wave of those guys go, they could bring up these guys, and the roster would be better off for it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Fish debuted this week on NXT, and I was just like,
alert.
Yeah.
Well, that already happens. That's not a spoiler alert. But it's like, dude, Fish, gigantic on the screen, and I'm like, that is his shoot name. I was questioning that last week. I'm like, if that's a fucking a fake name, then he's fucking awful at it. But that's his regular name. Mm-hmm. Dude, get a fucking shoot name. Why are you calling this guy Bobby Fish? You know what Fish is in prison? Holy fuck! It's like, well, that's not cool. I don't think it comes off as cool.
Now his name before that was pretty good. Jerk Jackson. I like that.
Jerk Jackson? Yeah, that's better than Bobby Fish.
Wasn't Jerk Jackson on Mark Tank?
Yeah, Jerk Jackson. That's Jackson. It's like a porn name. Him and O'Reilly were a tag team, right?
Yeah. A good tag team at that. A very good
maybe. Why wouldn't you just wait and then bring them out as a tag team?
I don't know.
I mean, they're both there, so they could.
Yeah. Considering they have no fucking tag teams.
That's true.
Down there.
That's true. They could really be just the replacement, you know what I mean, for Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a team like that. Two smaller guys going against the Authors of Pain kind of deal. So, yeah.
I think that's a stretch, but we'll see.
Oh, how many Red Dragon matches have you seen?
I have seen some. Well,
they're really good.
Yeah, they are good. I don't know, just like, I got so turned off with Ring of Honor and like all these like white dudes who all look the same. They all got like the same haircuts and, the same short haircut, and they all like, I don't know, they all just kind of look the same to me, but I wonder if they can use that name. Probably not.
The Red Dragon?
The Dragon? Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ring of Honor, Kevin Kelly is done with Ring of Honor after 7 years.
That's got to mean more English commentary on New Japan.
Yeah, he said to focus on New Japan as well as new opportunities.
Yeah, and he's got to be doing the Access shows on Friday night when Ross is done, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would make the most sense because Morrow is booked up. Ross is gone after a couple more months, I think. So Kelly going there makes the most sense.
There you go. Yeah, so who's on commentary down there? I meant to watch Ring of Honor this week. I just didn't have enough time.
Colt Cabana's on there every now and then.
That's probably a good fit for him.
He's playing a heel against Dalton, and he's always chirping with Dalton Castle, and it's I'm digging it. It's a slow burning feud, I think.
There you go.
Or at least what I've seen. I haven't kept up on it, but
yeah, I just have a hard time like watching all the maybe that's what it is. But I still picked like watching Lucha Underground and NXT over 205 Live and shit. I mean, so they will not take me over completely with WWE wrestling. PWG announced their the tournament field for this year's Bola. There are some people kind of complaining online. You've seen this? You heard about this?
I've heard about the complaining. Now, my thought is what are you complaining about? You've got, so some of the names you don't know. Well, I'm sure PWG has done in the past names you didn't know, and then you became to love them.
Yeah, the only reason you know those guys is because of this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
So, it's so absurd.
It's kind of PWG's whole fucking deal if you've been paying attention, but, whatever.
It's not like they're bringing in Enzo to be in the Bola.
No.
I mean,
they're bringing in quality guys. So
Jack
if you
Swagger.
lose a couple big names, to other promotions, then they got to replace them with other good talent, and they do.
Actually, if I was them, I might do that. I might book fucking Jack Swagger and bring him in as just like the fucking ultimate heel or something. But no. So they announced the roster. They got Flamita, Keith Lee, Walter. He's a guy from
Walter?
That Germany WXW wrestling.
Yeah.
Which they do have an English show now, English commentary on YouTube. There's pretty good stuff over there. They've had a lot of, Wolf used to wrestle over there before he was in NXT. Now he's in Sanity. A couple other guys from there as well. Travis Banks, it's his first Bola. I don't know. It's PWG debut. It's a UK guy. Ray Phoenix, of course. Desmond Xavier, Donovan Dijak, Jeff Cobb, Trevor Lee, Flash, Morgan Webster. There's a bunch of motherfuckers. I'm not even going to go through all these. I started doing it. I'm like, wait, why am I fucking reading through all these? But, Matt Riddle, Penta, L0M.
Yeah, Sammy Callahan, Matt Seidel. It's a bunch of guys.
It's going to be awesome,
If Sammy Callahan and Jeff Cobb can work there, why can't Ricochet work in other places? Like he was bitching and moaning about, the certain underground promotion that he couldn't work for New Japan.
Oh, because it was on pay-per-view, I think is the deal.
Yeah.
So Bola, because Bola is just a DVD release type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricochet is in it this year, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's his fifth Bola. So, yeah.
You got Cage as well. He's in it as well.
Yeah, Cage. And then, newer guys, too.
They call him Cage. That's not his name. They call him Cage.
There's Brian Cage in here. They call him Cage.
Jonah Rock. A lot of newer guys. Dude's wrestling Pro Wrestling Noah and shit. He's part of the faction The Mighty Don't Kneel. So there you go. Who else is in that? The Mighty Don't Kneel.
Oh,
those
TM
two guys from Australia.
TM61.
Yeah, those two guys.
I'm stoked for that dude to come back from injury. I like that tag team a lot.
They're just vanilla as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're just really generic to me.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. In the ring, their in-ring though is good.
Oh yeah, but you would imagine this time off where they would work on character.
They're just like, hey, we're a couple Australians. Like, that's it.
Character.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they'll be carrying a fucking didgeridoo to the ring.
Mm. Or they'll be doing the fucking bushwhacker walk.
Licking people's heads.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Page video.
Oh, sir.
What do you guys have? Anything else? I guess Talking Smack was canceled.
Yeah, that's about all I got for news.
See, some people are really fucking disappointed about this. I saw people like the hashtag save Talking Smack. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You think I waited?
The one thing I cracked up was when Renee Young acknowledged that allegedly she found out about it through Twitter, and her comment was, "I guess I'll go back to my guest at this time," which that line always just cracks me up because it's so fucking canned. My guest at the time. So.
Oh, it just says something about the state of that company, right? It's like every time, every interviewer always says the same thing. It's so dumb. Yeah.
Please welcome my guest at this time, Jim Vicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and people were saying that they're cutting something that everybody loves. But they're cutting it because it's one of the lowest rated programs on average. So.
Well, because it's after 2:05. That's why.
Right. So it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, but does it really matter? Because you can watch all that stuff on demand anyway. So, I mean, as far as the timing of it goes, I think that's not as relevant. I don't get it because they're fighting for as much programming as they can put on the network. They have fucking 24 hours a day. They have room for anything. They could throw up fucking, Page sex tapes and there'd be time for it, I mean, I don't get why they would cancel stuff if there is, a fan base that likes it. Why would they cancel anything? They have plenty of time to show that shit.
And don't forget really that, look where the Miz is now. Like that, his whole deal kind of came from him and Bryan on there, right? Where he went off on Daniel Bryan. That kind of was the reason for this whole, resurgence he's had. I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was the beginning of it. Yeah.
Guys could go on there. You could try to get yourself over. I mean, a lot of people did good fucking work on that show.
But what have you heard lately come from Talking Smack, though? You know what I mean? Like nothing has been coming on. Like especially Miz is not even there no more to do Talking Smack, right? And he was usually the highlight of Talking Smack.
Well, when it's Shane, it sucks. First off, Bryan is good on it because he has no fucks to give, and that might be part of it too. Yeah, because he's saying a lot of crazy bullshit on that show. He'd bring up fucking AJ and his flat Earth shit.
Yeah, yeah, and the look on AJ's face, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Owen said something about a whale vagina like last week on there. That show's gotten pretty loose. So I was wondering if that wasn't part of the reason, but
well, they did take the title off of Owens.
Yeah, well, they will have it after pay-per-views and shit still. Yes. So if you like after a long ass Raw, you want to watch or a long ass like Raw pay-per-view or something, you want to watch more of it. I don't know. Pass on that. And also Unfiltered was canceled, I heard too. So
yes.
I don't know if they were just like, fuck you or cancel this other thing, but like no one watched that shit. That sucks.
Like to me, okay, I sit down to watch something. 10 minutes is not enough. I don't know about you guys, but if I see something that's only 10 minutes, like, I don't want to watch that. What am I going to get out of 10 minutes? So I'll find something longer.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. I didn't know it was even on there, and I heard, didn't they cancel Legends? JBL's Legends show on there?
Well, that was all bullshit anyways, right?
No, I fucking liked that show. I just watched the one with Jimmy Hart. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of JBL Legends?
No, I'm not at all, actually.
The one with Ron
fan of JBL.
Well, I don't like him either, but he's great on that show, actually. Somehow, in like the one-on-one interview kind of show, he's really fucking good at it. It's like the only thing he's good at, really.
Yeah. I don't know. I just find it's all his buddies and all people that they just stroke their egos, and it's like watching. Like, I don't know about you guys, but watching the Ron Simmons one, to me, Ron Simmons was only just a catchphrase. Damn, that's all he ever was. Sure, he was. But you're looking at. They're talking about this they barely acknowledge anything that doesn't happen in WWE. He came into the WWE. He was this fucking purple and black, fucking blue and black gladiator type guy, right? And then he goes into the Nation's Domination and then immediately gets overturned by The Rock because The Rock was so much better than him. Yeah. And then became the Acolytes, which he was just a silent guy that did nothing. Then they became the APA, where Bradshaw did all the talking and Farouk just stood there with a fucking cigar. And then just it's fucking god damn.
How do you really feel?
You don't have to get on about it.
Damn.
To me, being older and shit and being an old school he's fucking Ron Simmons' first ever black fucking heavyweight champion,
I get it, but what have you done with
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. He's not much of a legend, I guess, at the end of the day. But Jimmy Hart certainly is. But yeah, that's fair. I think that's canceled too, anyway. The network has a lot of shows that are actually cool. Like, remember, like, The List was a thing for a while, or Countdown? I like those shows. They're cheesy, but they do like the top 10 countdown of something. Like that's good entertainment right there. Doesn't take shit. What Well, I suppose Josh Matthews is gone, but they could do it with somebody else. That YouTube show was fantastic with Road Dogg and Josh Matthews. What the fuck was that called?
I can't remember what it was called, but I remember.
Well, whatever the fuck it was.
It was real insidey, you know what I mean? They used to use like a bunch of, like they'd use terms that you've known, and it's just like, oh shit.
Oh, and they'd watch like the worst shit of wrestling history. Yeah, the dumbest shit. And it was a super funny show, but I don't know. I think maybe McMahon found out that, this was someone who was making fun of their stuff on their YouTube channel.
Disrespecting the product or something. So they cancel. You're done, pal.
Yeah, you're done. Well, fucking yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else? News? Anybody?
No, nothing else in the news for this guy.
There probably is some big story I'm forgetting, but,
Fuck it.
What are you going to do? Fuck it.
Bigger than Paige and Del Rio? I don't think so.
Well, the G1 Climax is coming up. That's pretty big.
But it's coming up.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, I think it starts.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That shit starts at like 3 in the morning, so I can't keep up with it.
Does it really start tomorrow?
I didn't even realize that at all.
It's Sunday or Monday. I don't know what the time difference. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's it's this week.
Like, do you know the opening card?
No idea. I just know that there'll be fucking 8-man tags underneath that I can skip through and blow off 2 hours of it so I can get to the tournament stuff at the end.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Also today, well, actually I think it's up right now, but I'm actually going to watch this evening. I'm going to watch the WCPW Japan qualifier show. It is they put it up on their YouTube today, so nice. If anyone else, that's worth checking out. They have a German one they put up on Friday, which it's not really a card that looks cool, but the Japanese one looks awesome. So if that's worth checking out.
One other quick thing to check out is last night's Bellator. I don't know if you guys watch very much MMA, but
I have it on my DVR.
Yeah, the main event is a fucking bloodbath. It only goes well. I'm not gonna tell you the finish, but just an amazing bloodbath. It's worth watching for sure.
Who is in it? I don't even know. Who's in?
Geez, 2 guys that I never heard of, but in Bellator's world, they've been there for a while. Campos and something else was the other guy's name, but 2 guys that have been Bellator for a while. This was like the third of a trilogy with them, and just really good match, fun to watch. And Morrow gets in the Crimson Mask reference at one point, which is good.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Morrow's calling that shit now, too.
Morrow's calling the fucking McGregor-Mayweather fight.
Yeah. And let's talk about those.
Football? No, Mayweather's fucking the football.
Yeah, Mayweather. How fucking...
Mamma mia!
Have you guys seen the fucking videos from the press conferences? Oh my god!
Fuck you!
Jesus, it's over the top.
Dude, why are you carrying a book bag? You don't even know how to read. Like McGregor.
Did they charge those people to get in? I mean, they make holy shit! And that place, the New York one that I saw, it was packed.
I'm pretty sure you had to pay money to go to it. They're trying.
I think there was like something 15,000 people at the Toronto one.
That's crazy. Who would pay for that shit?
Well, I don't know. It's
guys
pretty cool.
Sniping at each other for half an hour, you know.
Well, that's what wrestling is.
Yeah, but at least you're getting a card. You're getting a 3-hour wrestling card.
Well, yeah, but these guys are better at pro wrestling than any wrestler has been for like the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, as
so
far
it's
as
almost worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Chael Sonnen and McGregor are like better wrestling characters than any wrestling characters in wrestling today.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
But
Sonnen? Good God.
When they've done UFC in Chicago and they do the weigh-ins are free. You can go to the weigh-ins and get in for free. So that's why I thought this has to be free to get that many fucking people in New York or Toronto or wherever they were.
I don't know. Maybe it was.
It could be free. I have no idea, but why would you do it for free? Like, you're traveling all over the place, going to London.
I mean, they're making so much money off of this thing already. Well, Jesus.
Have you heard the projected pay-per-view buys? Something absurd, like 7 million?
Oh my God, that's insane.
I want to watch it. It could be one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time.
Oh, well, it's going to be the biggest pay-per-view of all time. I truly believe it.
Yeah. So fucking crazy. And Mayweather.
It's funny how McGregor is coming off as a face on all this too. He's such an asshole, and he's so good at playing the heel. But in this, he's the face because
everybody hates Floyd Mayweather.
Is Mayweather? Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, you hate Mayweather. He's a fucking piece of shit. He fucking abuses women.
Yeah.
He's garbage, man. Fuck him. Let's play a game, man.
Okay.
Let's play the theme song game.
Oh, fuck. It's been so long since we played a game that I can't even find the game theme song.
Play the Jeopardy one again.
That's the...
I honestly cannot find the game music.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. As long as we've got some songs.
Oh, yes, we do. And I got a new category that I think might get picked.
So what we'll do, we'll let Lance pick a category, and he will attempt to guess the songs. I also haven't heard them, so if he is incorrect, then I'll take a shot at it and see if I can get it. And, yeah. So what are the categories we have today?
So we have WWF Attitude Era. Then we have WCW. And then we have simply called steroids.
What the fuck?
I think I have to go with steroids just with that setup.
Well, it kind of makes it, and we'll see how easy. It seems like it'd be pretty easy because it's going to be the most steroided out guys of all time. Completely takes.
Tage.
Yeah.
I'm guessing right now the first one.
Jinder Mahal.
Well, you guys might be disappointed if you're expecting it to be current guys. But
Oh no. Let's do it.
Dang.
okay, so here is theme number 1.
All right. Although it's got to be a steroid guy. Jesus. I don't know why, but the only name that came to mind initially was Eddie Guerrero.
Dude, I'm not sure, man. Is that fucking like an old Rhino theme song?
No,
Let me correct you.
We tied. All right.
This
It's a moral
okay.
victory for me.
The longer this is going on, the less and less I feel this guy might have been on the bubble, but it's Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think I was here for half an hour. I swear.
Dude, that guy had like 2 shots at the WWF Championship and got injured before both of them.
He's fucking the worst wrestler ever.
Yeah. So this
Remember when he went to WCW and he was
Big T?
fat? He was super fat.
fighting Booker T for the T.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. Take a Pearl River plunge into song number 2.
This one here should be easy.
Yeah.
It's got to be the dogs are in the enclosed pool ground. Thank you.
I didn't even know that one, man. There's so many, like, they all sound the fucking same.
That's the one that Our Lady Peace ripped off. That was his first WWF theme.
They also, every song's like,
Okay,
you know?
this one's completely different. So the next one you'll love.
All right. Oh, shit, I know this one.
I don't know why, but I'm going old school and going Lex Luger. What? Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That's the.
That's the second variation that you could do.
Fuck it.
Elizabeth is in the enclosed pool area.
Cold-blooded.
Both integral factors of female deaths.
We should have. You could have even fucking had Jimmy Snook on there. That category also could have been called like murderers or something.
Trifecta of murderers.
The trifecta.
Moida. Oh shit! That's good. I almost feel like I almost feel like we should do another category because that's a good time. No?
Do you want to?
Do we have time? We have 6 more hours to go?
Yeah.
I don't have anywhere to be for like hours. I mean, that's no justification to have a fucking stupidly long podcast, but.
I'm game. I'm already killing you on this, Jim, so.
You get the first shot. That's how it works.
You got the upper hand. You're like the home team when you're actually the away team. So,
yeah.
Nice. We can do WWE Attitude Era if you want, if you have time.
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Well, it's obviously an African American wrestler. I'm going to go with Mark Henry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Ah,
There's nothing to that. It's like I'm waiting for something to happen.
Hey, I'm not giving you the easy Attitude Era stuff, guys. You got
No, I know that's good. I like it.
all three of these choices are absurd as fuck.
well, was I at least right about the demographic?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to think of like who else it could be.
I was thinking Godfather, but
Close, but no cigar.
yeah. So to speak.
All right, who was it?
It was Viscera.
Oh
my God. Yeah, speaking of nobodies.
Yeah. Okay, now this one here. This is obscure as fuck. I totally forgot about this. Oh, that's the wrong button.
That was the Tyler Fudge music.
Right censor.
Okay, here we go.
That's not Attitude Era.
But that was that whistle at the beginning of it.
Oh, okay.
Like a garbage truck backing up type of sound.
All right. I'm going to go with... Oh, it's not Dick Denoster. I feel like it's got to be like a fucking man's man gimmick. A fucking construction worker gimmick or something. Fuck.
You're so close, but you're so far
Regal?
away.
Regal was a real man. Regal.
No, that wasn't the song.
He's a man.
No,
He's a man. That's Regal.
I feel like it's a construction worker. But it's got to be Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Fuck! I know there probably was one too. God damn it! I don't know.
Okay, let me give you a hint. It's not a construction worker. It's not a gimmick at all. In fact, it's a group.
What? Because I wasn't close at all. What are you talking to? You're so close.
Because the name of the group is so close to being construction based, you won't even fucking realize it.
Oh my god! I don't know.
It is the faction of Test, Ken Shamrock, and some other dude, and they were called the Union.
The Union.
It even says at the beginning of the thing, it's like the Union.
Oh, I wasn't sure what the fuck it was. I don't even know. You told me what the Union is. I still don't know what that is.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's so fucking absurd.
That's awesome.
They were a group. When they broke off from the corporation, they called themselves the Union because they were trying to right. You know what I'm saying? It's a play on words there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Here's the next one.
Could be just JBL, but I'm pretty sure it's the Acolytes. This game is rigged. I want my money back.
I don't even know who that is.
That's
again.
That is the Radicals. That is the theme for Benoit, Guerrero, Perry Saturn, Malenko when they first came in.
All the songs fucking suck. Like, they're all the same fucking thing, man.
Hey, it takes a diehard fan. I will never, ever give an Attitude Era theme that'll ever contain anybody you know because it's just too fucking easy.
No, that's good. I like that. I like that they were make them challenging. Oh my god, it's just like all those songs are all the same because they're all Jim Johnson, like fucking around with a guitar and drop D, you know?
Yep.
With a distortion pedal.
Because he's imagining the way they walk.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. That's that. I guess, whatever. We can quickly move through Raw and SmackDown and all the other bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, on Raw, the only thing that we haven't already kind of touched on is the angle at the end of the show with the text going to Kurt Angle. So when he said, "I love you," at the very end of it, I mean, that threw up the fucking internet into an uproar. And I'm still holding out hope that it's Dalton Castle. I really want it to be Dalton Castle.
Oh, shit.
But is it going to be Dixie or Steph? I mean, where's that going to go?
I would imagine it's one of the two.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the internet is playing up the Dixie thing just because she appeared on that Kurt Angle documentary, which was actually damn good. I think the fact that she's on it and that caught people off guard, I think that's why the Dixie, ammunition started. But I can't see it being anything but Steph. It's got to be Steph to set up the angle with Kurt and Triple H.
I think I know what it is.
Dalton Castle?
It's gonna be It's gonna be a boyfriend. And they're gonna kiss in the ring. Kurt Angle and his new boyfriend.
Nice.
I didn't even know where we back.
Darren Young.
Were we back and good to go here? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're good to go.
Oh, I thought we were.
All right. I'm not paying that much attention. Sorry. I think it's gonna be Shelton Benjamin.
It could be. It's possible.
I've heard the theories that either Bailey is his kid or Gable is his kid.
Anyone as his kid is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah, because he's not old enough to have Bailey as a kid. I mean, he probably is, but it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be believable. I mean, it's got to be Steph. I mean, there's no... I don't see what else this could possibly be leading up to.
I'm calling it right now, Shelton Benjamin, man.
I'm sticking with Dalton Castle.
A gay angle with Angle and Benjamin?
Well, they're not going to do a gay angle with it, but it's going to be something involving Shelton Benjamin, I think. Seriously.
The world's greatest tag team.
Team Angle back again.
Because he was supposed to be back. He got a surgery. He's been cleared. And there's people are saying he has now signed. So, I don't know, maybe. You think it's got to be Steph, though, right? But you think he's telling Steph that he loves her in this? Come on, man.
Because she's been cheating on trips behind his back all these years. I mean, are they working a divorce angle or something here?
There's no way, dude. I
doubt it because it's too logical. I mean, they're too transparent. They're on TV all the time together,
I would just hate it. I would hate that for one. But for two, I don't think they're going to put her in that position, you know what I'm saying? Like as, Stephanie McMahon, fucking humanitarian and all this shit. I don't think they would even do an angle like that these days.
Whereas they don't give a shit about Dixie, so they can put Dixie in that position, I suppose.
I feel like nobody knows who Dixie Carter is. They bring her out and they're going to be like, who the fuck is this? It's not like... Yeah. I could see them being ignorant enough to think that it'll be like a fucking Eric Bischoff on Raw sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got everybody at least talking about it, so... And, of course, we're going to have to sit through 3 hours of bullshit to get to it on Monday, too.
I'll sit through fucking hour and a half on the DVD. I don't watch that shit live, dude. I can't do it.
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's tough.
That shit.
I mean, that's the only way, because in Cool Kids, we do a live thread during the show. And that's the only way we can get through it is the fact that we're fucking around with each other online and making jokes about the show the whole time. So.
Exactly.
And then I can take the old man piss during commercial breaks.
There was nothing really on this week. Ballard and Samson, that's going to continue. I think that's funny as shit, dude. That's fucking awesome.
I thought the only angle that I really, other than the closing thing, which was interesting, was Joe and Brock was so intense. That segment was really strong. Joe, Brock, Heyman. That was really good.
Yeah. What else we have here? Yeah, Balor looked like the star of a 1950s greaser-themed gay porno, dude. I haven't figured that out. He does. He looks like the leader of the gang in a 50s fucking porno.
So what you're saying is the porn version of The Outsiders.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Grease.
West Side Story.
No, his name is he's Pony Boy.
It's like Grease, meets fucking West Side Story.
Yeah,
but gayer, if that's
instead of stabbing people with knives, just stabbing them with their dicks.
Also, did Cole in this? Cole and Samson are besties, man.
Are they really? Ugh.
I think they must be because like he's like telling you all about him. Oh, he's fucking this, and he's from here, and he's done this, and I'm like, let me tell you about my best friend.
That's what fucking Samson plays for him.
Yeah,
plays him down on guitar.
Who wants to shit on Elias?
Yeah,
right on my chest.
Wants to shit on Elias. That'd be a better gimmick, honestly. Fucking Lillian Garcia or whoever take a fucking dump right on him.
Yeah, while she's crying. It's all just cry.
Is there a horse sound effect you can play?
No.
Anytime I hear Lillian Garcia, there you go, Mr. Ed.
No, that's more like a Scooby-Doo. I don't know what that was.
That's better than any horse.
I hit the wrong button over here. The wrong button. The Mizzies, I don't know, nothing. They're going to continue with Ambrose. They're kind of teaming up Ambrose and Rollins a little bit, even though they say they aren't backstage. The Shield is coming, dude. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even care because, like, I'm not. I don't know. There's like either we're really huge into that, or you didn't give a shit. And I guess I don't give a shit about that. There's some cool Shield matches, but there's like some to newer fans. It's like the best thing ever. Like I don't know.
I liked it back then, but I think they've fucked up all three characters, now. So bringing them back together, it's like I got to go back to what I enjoyed 2 years ago,
Yeah.
And now I just got Rollins, who I don't give a shit about, Ambrose, who I'm increasingly not giving a shit about, and Reigns, who, the crowd reaction is what it is.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty, man.
Yeah, there's no saving that now. You just no.
And Bailey beats Nia Jax and rolls her up in a tag match.
Not to go back, but the big thing about the Shield that really got me were they're in this riot gear kind of deal, right? It was cool looking. They're not going to go back to that. You know what I mean? It's just going to be these three guys. One guy looking homeless, one guy wearing a chest protector, and the other guy just shirt off. They're just going to look stupid.
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go back.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's like, I still got this flak jacket, guys. Oh, I didn't know I still carried this from town to town.
They might do it, dude. They might do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking put them back together and have them dress the same and come down through the crowd again. And
somebody needs to trip Roman Reigns
and sell a lot of merch. They'll sell a lot of short-term merch with that.
Yeah, I tried to fucking will listeners, if they go to shows, back when he came out up in the crowd, to just like somebody to just punch him right in the balls. But no one ever did. No one ever did. It'd be worth it, man. Like, you'd be so fucking over with the IWC if you punched him right in the fucking dick as he came out. That'd be awesome. Like that show where somebody threw a fucking Money in the Bank briefcase in the fucking.
That was here in Canada. That's our pride.
I thought that was awesome. Like, that person, I threw it out. I was like, if you know who that person is, or you are that person, get a hold of us. We'll bring you on the show, man. Fucking epic. Not all heroes wear fucking capes, man. The Truth and Goldust match actually happens. He comes out in the OG robe and the gear, but no wig. Fucking awful.
Where was the little camera weasel?
Yeah. Dude, there's a point in this match. It was something I've never even fucking really heard in wrestling before. So, like, Dust, gets the push to the ass, Like, R-Truth does, like, from the ground, like, the push off on the ass. And it's so fucking lazy, dude. And the way that Goldust, like, hurls himself out of the ring was so shitty that the fucking crowd groaned. I swear to you, dude.
I swear to God, bro.
Swear to God, bro. No, dude, like, he goes out of the ring and the crowd's like, Like, I swear you could fucking hear it. How awful is that?
The audible exhale. I'll have to go back and watch that. That sounds great.
If you watched it with the fucking text on the screen and probably
groan in parentheses groan.
Yeah.
Closed caption for the hearing impaired.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Angle. Yeah, the whole Angle thing was whatever. Angle looks like a confused old man. Like when you go and take Grandpa to the home for the afternoon, you know, he's just like looking around at everything. Like, wow.
WWE.
Yeah, WWE.
Start with that WWE stuff again. He was out of it for a while, I guess, because TNA was easier to say for him or something. But now it's WWE again.
How can you not say WWE?
WWE.
He's from Pittsburgh. It's not like he's from somewhere where they don't have fucking the use on. You know, they do speak because, like, I'm a Browns fan. Yeah, go ahead, everybody who watches the next one. Okay, so I've been a Browns fan my whole life, but I know that people in Pittsburgh, it's a sport we play in America. You play it up there too.
I know.
I know. Football. The Grey Cup up there, isn't that what it is?
Yes, the CFL.
See, I know that shit.
Aren't there?
I used to watch
called the Hitmen.
Well, I used to watch.
That's a CHL minor youth hockey team.
Well, isn't there two teams in the CFL that have the same name?
No.
There was. I swear there was.
I don't think so.
All right.
that sounds fucking really stupid.
There's only like 6 teams in the CFL, so like how you have 2 with the same name.
That sounds too stupid even for Canada.
It almost sounds West Virginian.
What's that about?
Anyway, I used to watch Canadian. Oh no!
Don't you ever see anything bad about my native land of Canada?
We've had Vince Russo and now Stu Hart.
I'm the master of stretching you. Listen,
star-studded show.
Listen up over here, you fairy boy. I'll take you down to my fucking dungeon and stretch the shit out of you.
If you want to stretch you, I'd stretch you. Fucking. I mean, the point was I used to watch Canadian football as like a way to fucking like get myself turned on from a real football. Yeah. So like it'd get me in the mood for football before football season.
You just can't get over those 3 downs, eh?
It's like football foreplay, man. But anyway, Pittsburgh fans, they say Stullers. They don't say Steelers. You know, they're the Pittsburgh Stullers.
They make beer? They're Steelers?
So it must be a Pennsylvania thing. It's a
that's what I'm saying. So maybe that's why he says WWE.
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 WWF. Wait, can he say WWF? Is that trademarked by the Panda Group?
Yeah.
WWF.
WWF.
That just sounds like fucking... Oh. Christ almighty.
We'll look for... And then do Tozawa and Alexander versus Dar and Neville.
The power of Tozawa.
I think Alexander's the next guy, though, honestly.
Cedric,
yeah. I'll watch the fuck out of Alexander versus Neville, dude. You know?
Oh, for sure. That would be a fucking fantastic match.
But yeah, and then Rollins and Wyatt headline, the most poorly built fucking feud from the last pay-per-view the night before. So.
Yeah.
But the next week's Raw, secret, Kurt's got a secret.
What is this, an episode of Archie?
The fucking Styx song.
Oh.
Should have bought that, man. Come on. Maybe that's the secret, is that he's a fucking robot, dude.
I'm too cool to listen to Styx, buddy.
Whoa.
Yeah, well.
Hey, they're from Illinois, so back off.
Are they?
Yeah, they're from Chicago. They're from outside Chicago.
Well, there you go. I did not know that. SmackDown. What are you guys going to talk about on? What do you want to talk about in SmackDown?
Oh,
Cena calling Kevin Owens the Michelin Man. I'm like, okay, I'm not opposed to calling people fat asses if they have it coming, but I also don't take part in Make-A-Wish and Be a Star and shit like that. So they're calling him Michelin Man, and then before that it was Cartman. I'm like, so you're going to, obviously he's a heel because he's fat? Is that where we're going here?
It's stupid.
Yeah, there you go.
It's stupid. But, I mean, furthermore, it's just like the worst insult. No one ever would say such a cheesy fucking insult, right? Yeah.
I'm not. It doesn't offend me from a humanitarian standpoint because I don't give a shit. But it's like I'm not in bed with Be a Star people too. So I think that's just kind of out of line. So and then the other thing I noted was they call it the land of opportunity, but it's becoming the land of foreign heel menaces on SmackDown. Yeah. It's like everything is a foreign heel menace. It seems like with Rusev coming back.
Yeah, it's all the same fucking bullshit. The only time Michelin Man was ever used as an insult. For real, is like back in the day. one of the drummer of one of my bands used to fuck this fat broad, and she was built like the Michelin Man, and like we'd always call her the Michelin Man, like Michelin.
Oh,
She's built just like it, like that bitch, like topless, looked like a fucking stack of tires, dude.
Now you got Trammell's attention. Now you got Trammell's attention on shooting the shit.
Chicken tires. But legit, yeah, we call it the Michelin Man. So, I guess it has been used as an insult before, but fucking Rusev, man, like it's gonna lose to this guy again in another fucking silly gimmick match.
Yeah, I've come to the conclusion I don't think Rusev cares anymore. It's just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Dillinger and Mahal, I'm pretty sure, like, I just could hear Vince saying, like, let's see how long they keep chanting 10, pal. It's like I feel like they're at war with the crowd over Ty Dillinger right now. They're like, you want to fucking chant 10, motherfucker? We'll see how long you'll chant 10.
Yeah. Could they not have sacrificed anybody else to Jinder for a TV win? I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. They're gonna do it, dude. They'll do it until he's not popular, till they fucking killed him, and then they'll see he sucks. They'll fire him again. And
he was never over in the first place.
Yeah, that's how they fucking do it. That's how they do that shit.
Yeah.
Woods.
If he was truly over, it wouldn't have killed him. Well.
Yeah. Woods took on Jey Uso in the. Actually, I really like Woods. It's unfortunate that he doesn't wrestle that much because he's fucking good. I like his style and shit. I like some of the moves he does.
Yeah, I don't know. How did he become the Buddy Roberts of the New Day? He's like, he never wrestles, and when he does, he always loses. But he went over on this one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did on this one.
But it seems like he's always the designated pinfall.
He's just great on the outside. I mean, he did that to himself with when he'd have the megaphone and then the trombone. I mean,
he really did bring it on himself.
Has anyone ever done anything like that before? I mean, that's a fucking super creative idea.
What, Jimmy Hart with the fucking megaphone?
Well, no, the megaphone, but I'm saying a trombone. Doing the fucking sound effects, and all that shit. That's genius, man.
It is. It is.
So I think he just did that to himself. But in the ring, he's great, man. He's a good high flyer.
Yeah, he's solid.
And I fucking love the, the fucking Iran #1 boots. Cool.
USA, Tui.
When I make a fucking wrestler on wrestling games, since the dawn of time, I always pick the curled fucking boots, dude, because they're tits. What else we got in this show? The SmackDown Clits had a segment.
Five-way, yeah, exactly. The women's five-way match for the next title shot. I'm like, wait, is this Deja fucking Vu?
Yeah.
Can they not book anything else besides that? If it's not a ladder match, it's a five-way. This time, it's an elimination, so it's way different.
So now, what happened the last time they tried to do this? The match turned into such a schmoz that they had to create the Money in the Bank.
The ladder match, yeah.
And
son of a bitch!
You wouldn't even think about that. From your mistakes. It's just psychology-wise, it just makes no fucking sense in the world. It just makes Shane and Daniel just look like they're fucking chumps.
How quickly can we get rid of Tamina in this match? That's all I care about.
She had a line backstage, dude, and it was just as bad as fucking her line ever was.
Oh yeah, with if you don't stop it, Charlotte, you're gonna start looking like Ellsworth.
Well, she had another one tonight that was like, nearly as good. Her delivery is the worst.
She was alive when I left, I swear.
What's going on with it? She's absolutely playing like
bitch lesbian.
Although I almost used what I would actually call fucking them shoot, but I'm not gonna do it on the show.
What does it rhyme with? What does it rhyme with?
It rhymes with bull dyke. No. But she it's like a prison thing, She's like, fucking, you're my bitch. Come on, let's go.
Snook is the new back.
I'm gonna shove a coconut in that pussy. I don't fucking know. Are we just like racist, sexist? Let's start up some controversy, man. Controversy creates cash.
That's what I hear.
That women's division shit is the worst, though. It's unbelievable how bad it is.
Yeah,
they put efforts into creating storylines for other people, but it's like they've got nothing for them at all. I mean, you've got Charlotte, who's, her delivery can be awful at times, but I mean, she can go in the ring. You got Becky can go in the ring. I mean, they've got some talent there, but they just don't. There's no creativity at all.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst. And they've been trying to decide how to fucking figure out the number one contender of these broads for fucking months now. It's dumb. And meanwhile, Lana gets 4 shots at the belt.
The absolute worst of all of the wrestlers.
Yeah, an absolute worst, least qualified, newest one. Yeah. Fucking
with
stupid.
That stupid moose and squirrel accent, too.
Nakamura and Corbin, Nakamura attacks in the aisle, so it was obviously this match wasn't going to happen.
No.
They do a pull-apart brawl. It was dumb because it was tons of matches have fighting before the match starts. Didn't seem like there was any reason for this.
Well,
so that was dumb.
They later in the night they make it for Battleground, so this is how you build a match. No.
Women's tag match, Charlotte's distracted by Lana, gets pinned by Tamina. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, dude. 6 months ago, this chick was the shit in this company. And now she is fucking getting pinned by can't fly fucking Tamina Snuka.
Yeah, no, it's how... I don't know. You'd think that after her father and everything, it's nah, Tamina, you'll be eating some pins. Nope.
She pins Charlotte.
Fuck you, Ric Flair. Boom.
Who knows? Maybe this has heat on her because she's fucking Byron Saxton or something.
Maybe they really want her to get those titties squared up.
God damn it! Now everyone saw you. Now everyone saw your shitty tits.
No girl wants to have shitty tits.
Maria has a segment with Gable. I love it. The perspective of the camera, plus probably the fact that she is taller than him. Oh, she looks so big compared to Gable. It kind of took Gable back a fucking step for me. I was like, oh goddamn. Maria looks like she could fucking take him on in the match. I would have no issue if those two would have had a match. Huh?
Oh, that would be great.
But no, she's looking for Zayn. So
Sammy Wow Wow.
Yeah, Sammy Wow Wow. What the
That's
fuck?
what we call him.
Sammy Wow Wow. Now,
Sammy
what
Wow
could
Wow.
that mean?
I mean, there's definitely something to that, right? I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
There was some kind of inside joke there, for sure.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't even want to think about it.
They continuing this Mike and Maria shit with Zayn. She slaps him and he smashes a vase on him. Oh my god. This is an angle built on a guy interrupting them, and not I fucking interrupted you, but oh, I'm very sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
I knocked over some pipes.
This is all, and that's the fucking how we're gonna build his first feud in the company this way. Holy fuck, man. Just, do they try? Does anyone really try anymore? I don't know.
No, not at all. Well, actually, yes. There is 2 people that try, and that is Tyler Breeze and Fandango.
Yes.
With the Runway Walker Texas Ranger. starring Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and featuring Chuck Norris. Not really.
They use all the footage from fucking WrestleMania, too. The only footage they could use of Chuck Norris legally. It is, right?
The only way that would have been better is they called the stick horse Tully, which that obviously an inside joke there, but they could have called it Lillian.
Oh.
That would have been great.
Oh, man. I actually liked it, man. The lasso of truth and shit.
Yeah, their shit is hilarious.
It is.
He lassos himself and then kind of admits that he wears a bra when he wrestles or something. It's very fucking weird.
Oh.
And yeah, ghost aliens steal their fucking horse, and they show, for next week is going to be a parody of the X-Files, which I'm already stoked for that.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, that's the only thing I'm interested really in the SmackDown next week.
The
All of those
F-Files?
segments have been really strong, except for the one when they were in London when they tried doing the Sherlock Holmes stuff. Was that the one where they found the Ascension jacking off in the closet?
Yeah.
I mean, that was so awkward anyway, but that was the only one. The rest of these segments are gold. They're hilarious stuff.
They should have just had the Ascension in there with like a bunch of fucking raw meat and shit, like throwing around steaks and shit in there covered in blood. That'd have been something. I could write for this fucking show. I'm telling you. And then you see that Styles defeat Owens and Rusev. A real nothing show. Nothing really happened on this show.
No, they announced a bunch of stuff for Battleground, but that's about it. Yeah.
Battleground ticket sales are reportedly dog shit.
Yeah, like 20% off fucking tickets and shit like that.
Or elephant shit, if you will.
Because people aren't flying in from India for the show.
You telling me that fucking people aren't interested in seeing Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal wrestle for a third time in the worst gimmick match of all fucking time?
A gimmick match. Yeah, a gimmick match where if you're there live, you can't see a fucking thing. Yeah. No. The tickets should be going off the fucking shelves.
There's nothing on this show that's like awesome. There's like, wow, that's something. Not even nothing on the level of like, at least that last Great Balls had like Lesnar and Joe.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that was a matchup everyone was kind of into, and like,
right.
Over here you got what a fucking. Is that 5-way women's thing on there? Or is that next week? I don't even know.
I think that is on Battleground. No, am I? I don't know. Fuck.
I don't remember.
No. Member? No one members.
Member?
No one does. So yeah, what is on that fucking card then? Jinder and Randy and a fucking awful...
Nakamura and Corbin, probably?
Yeah. Nakamura, Corbin. I would imagine in some way, shape, or form, the Hype Bros will face the Fandango and Breeze. I would imagine, just to get the Hype Bros on there. Because I would imagine they break up.
That's for the breakup, yeah.
So they can do the exact same thing they just did basically with Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, essentially.
And DIY.
Yeah. And then, of course, you're going to have either the 5-way women's match or the winner of that women's match against the Naomi. And
then Owens and AJ, right?
Owens and AJ, yeah. There's another one, too.
Okay.
Usos and
yes,
New Day?
the New Day and the Usos. There you go. Thank you, Lance.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, I guess that's like, it's next week. So, like, next week we'll be back here previewing that show.
Yay.
It's like the View one, and the next week, preview one. It just keeps going.
Ends. Yeah. Tomorrow night there's no pay-per-view or anything tomorrow night. It's like a fucking vacation. It's like you don't have to you can actually sit back and watch like other TV.
Yeah, I get to watch Twin Peaks.
Actually have a life.
On time.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go. We can quickly get through the rest of these other fucking shows. NXT.
NXT.
Which, we didn't play the music for any of these fucking shows.
No, you guys were just blowing through it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last week I noticed we did for the first couple and then it stopped. I listened to the show and I was like, oh, we just gotta stop with that. That's awesome. This show starts off pretty fucking decent. I'm like rolling on the, talking and shit, and then we get baked, and then it's just like.
What music?
Fucking. What do we get? A recap of Ciampa and Gargano. First match of the show, Aleister Black defeats the debuting Bobby Fish.
It's like, could you put somebody else in that match? You know, instead of the debuting guy.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Doing the Lucha Underground style here, where you lose.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know how well it does anything for this guy. Yeah. Why would you do that? I don't.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a lapse in judgment there, but I mean, to me, it's like already cementing the fact that okay, Bobby Fish is here, but don't expect him to go anywhere else. He's just staying in NXT.
Yeah, right.
That's my thoughts on it.
And I mean, granted, I fucking love Aleister Black, so I'm all about that shit. But you know, it doesn't matter really. At the end of the day, they'll get him up there. They'll root. Like Nakamura, dude. I officially don't care anymore.
The artist.
Yeah, I don't. I fast forwarded through his entrance. I'm like bored of his entrance at this point. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's not the same Nakamura we watched in New Japan. You know.
No,
not even close.
No, it's not even the same Nakamura from Nakamura Sami Zayn.
No.
If they somehow got to AJ and Nakamura, would you be excited?
Yes and no. Yes, for the fact that they had a killer match before. No, for the fact where it's almost as if Nakamura has accumulated the WWE style so good that it's boring now. He's become Randy Orton.
Yeah. I mean, they're both faces, and I don't see anything changing anytime soon. But it'd be cool to see it at Mania. If they had enough guts to put that on like third or fourth from the top at Mania, because those guys would give it their best.
Yes.
So I think it would still be an excellent match, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
You feel like they would at least sometime try to think about what if we take two of our best fucking actual workers and try to have a match that everyone's going to talk about.
Well, no, they have
everyone's always talking about all these fucking Kenny Omega matches and shit. What if we try to put two guys out there who can do something on that level?
Yeah, and
it's not in Japan, so what's that? Rumors of those two?
No, of WWE wanting to try to compete with New Japan on their big shows and have a match that wows everybody. That has been a rumor going around.
It'd be nice if it happened because they certainly have enough talent to do it. But
easily.
Would they give them more than 20 minutes to do a match like that and really show off? I mean,
I think on any night, WrestleMania is the night to do it.
Yeah.
I think you could have a tits fucking match. I think you could have a 5-star match in 15 minutes.
The fucking shows are
20?
5 hours. The shows are 5 hours long. You can give them whatever time you want, right?
Yeah.
Plus the shit on the network, they don't even stop it. They're not at the top of the hour anymore like they used to be with the old pay-per-views. They can go as long as they want.
Yep.
Or as short as they want.
On pay-per-view too, because pay-per-view used to be one airing was 3 hours and then the replay. Now they just have a big window of time.
Yep.
So they can go as long as they want on there too.
That'd be nice.
It'd be cool. But it's not gonna. You can't do it when you're not gonna be able to do it with guys like fucking Baron Corbin and Big Cass.
Well, I mean, why would you put a huge match on a battleground, anyways? Right? It's just.
That's true. It's some Tommy and Ono backstage doing the WWE acting like a camera's not there.
This whole fucking feud I hate so much.
Yeah.
Cassius Ohno looks like he's never acted a day in his life. And Tommy, that earring just throws me off. I'm sorry.
Tommy. What a bust that guy's been.
Oh, so much. I was just going to say that. That guy never, for as much ballyhoo as he came in with, he has done nothing. Between the injuries mainly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do with guys they have no idea of what to do with Japanese guys in this company.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Never once. And they even had this is a company who had Ultimo Dragon briefly. They had Great Sasuke for a while. They've never been able to do a single thing with it. I take that back. Maybe one. Maybe, what the fuck was his character name there? The cat who came out with all the shit written on him. What the fuck?
Oh, Go Shinzaki.
Hakushi.
There you go. There you go.
Well, he's Shinzaki in there, but he was Hakushi. That's what I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
That was fucking, probably the closest they ever got, right?
Yeah.
Remember he took on Bret Hart and shit. I mean, that was. It's actually a really, really good fucking match.
I mean, you're forgetting about Lord Tensai.
Lord Tensai?
You know?
No, I'm not. Not actually.
How could you forget that?
Hakushi
Giant Bernard
is oddly part of my favorite Undertaker match of all time.
Really?
Hakushi and Undertaker from Japan. You can actually watch it on YouTube. It's shitty footage, but yeah, it's a dead Hakushi, and he takes on the Undertaker, and it's sweet. It's my favorite Undertaker match, mostly for the story, but no less. Sorry. What else is on this fucking show? Velveteen Dream interview from 2 weeks ago. Like, okay. It's from WWE.com 2 weeks ago.
There's also video of the Street Profits, who are making their NXT debut soon.
What the fuck is this, dude? Yeah. Do you know who these guys are?
Not
I could have looked, but I didn't care enough to even bother.
What's the gimmick? Are they homeless or what?
What the fuck? I don't think they're homeless. Oh, I guess, yeah. But it's spelled like profits, man. Yeah. I don't know. The video is that they're running around in Full Sail.
Yeah.
And they set off an alarm, and then that's it. So, I mean, it kind of reminded me of Crime Time, if I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought the same thing, is the same kind of vignettes. So...
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, well, like not to the same, like they're not doing the same stuff. Because Crime Time are committing crimes, but these guys they come off like they're pranksters of some sorts or whatever.
Well, they're kind of breaking and entering, right? They set off an alarm inside of a place that they weren't supposed to be.
I wonder, are they going to be like a take on Anonymous or something like that?
Oh God, I think they're just going to be a fucking urban tag team.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, that's the first I've heard of them. And I didn't recognize the guys from looking at them, so I don't know. We had a Mae Young qualifying match. Vanessa Bourne, not related to Mad Bourne. I was like, oh, once you saw her work, you're like, okay, this is definitely not a Bourne. Defeats, she's a former Cardinals cheerleader. She defeats Jamie Hachi or Hatchie, depending who you're listening to.
I would rather it be Jamie Hatchie because it rhymes. Jimmy Hatchie.
The announcer says one thing, Morrow says another, so it's like, well, lots of shitty spots, waiting for spots, drop kick that maybe got up to this chick's bush.
I know.
I mean, it was just fucking.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. You're old enough to remember Bush.
Oh,
still.
yeah. Okay, I know what you mean. And it's back there to the 80s.
Yeah, bushes are these things that women used to have on their fucking above their pussies back when I started fucking broads.
Used to? Oh, trust me. There's some girls that still do.
Very few, though,
Hashtag
man.
Canada.
I've gotten fooled by.
Well, yeah, maybe this is a Canada thing.
Hashtag
Maybe
Canada.
Well, I mean, you gotta stay warm, right?
The news hasn't traveled north just yet.
No. We haven't got that telegram.
I don't like bushes, but it's like you see them so rarely these days. If you do see one, it's almost like fucking throwback cool, dude. You know, it's almost like, yeah.
Oh, sweet. This is retro fucking.
The curtain matches the drapes.
Yeah, it just gives me such a nostalgic feeling, dude. Yeah. There's this wave of nostalgia will washes over you. Fucking
Mrs.
bushes.
Vicious checked out by this point of the show.
So Mrs. Vicious doesn't listen to the show. She give a shit. Spend 2 hours listening to me talk. She listen to me talk about bullshit all the time. But yeah, this was ugly. Do you know either of these? I was wanted to talk about the women's tournament because I feel like we by far have like somebody who knows about this shit, and we really don't. So you're kind of an expert on this fucking subject, sir.
They just did the Shimmer tapings in Chicago last weekend, which is quite the excursion because they usually do 3 days in a row, and so there's a Friday night show and then all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and I've done about 5 of these tapings now, and they're grueling. I'll admit they're grueling because it's like literally the Saturday and Sunday is like 6 to 7 hours pretty much nonstop, but they're fun as hell. And I mean, you see so many of the good talent coming up, you know, all the good women that are in WWE now or WWE now have pretty much come through Shimmer. And so they lifted about half of the Shimmer roster to do this Mae Young thing that they've been taping this week. And I don't know how much you want to get into spoilers, but there's some great talent that went up there.
I don't want any spoilers on the tournament.
Right. But there's, I mean, just the initial 32 of the 32 women that they showed in the initial package before they launched the show. Like half of them are either people that are currently in Shimmer or have been through Shimmer. So, I mean, they've got some great talent coming up. And I mean, honestly, people like Alicia Fox really need to be concerned about their spot because there's some really good talent that's coming through there and that's going to get a really nice push with the Mae Young thing. What I don't get is why they're filming it all now. They've actually filmed everything till the finals, and they're not going to do it on a weekly broadcast like they did with the CWC. They're just going to do the weird Netflix release of like 4 episodes in about a month from now and then another 4 a month from then. So I don't get the format of that. I'm not sure why they're doing it. I would love to see it as just a weekly thing like they did with CWC. I thought that worked perfectly. And then you build to a pay-per-view where they have the finals.
Yeah, I'm not much for women's wrestling, so we're gonna see how that goes, man. If it's good wrestling, I'm down with it. But if it's
there will be a lot of good wrestling, though. There will be.
I think there will be.
Yeah, there's some girls that can really go. Nicole Savoy is the one that I always trumpet in our group. Is just phenomenal, just a great talent and really great promos too. I mean, the last show that they were here for, we fucking compared her to Jim Cornette. She was that good on the mic because she was out with a knee injury, so she couldn't work. And they just had her out there with the heel faction. That's her, Shayna Baszler, and Mercedes Martinez, who all 3 of them, they're the top heel faction in Shimmer, and they all 3 were in the tournament too, which is really interesting. So
yeah,
I guess
they are good too.
They're really good. And I guess they had Dave Prazak, who runs Shimmer, who's also in our group. They had him there at the Mae Young thing. So I'm wondering if he was helping them book some of it or, you know, as a liaison on some of it, because they did the talent they brought up from there was really solid. So I think you'll like it, Jim.
Yeah. And they didn't put any of the NXT chicks. I know, like, that one chick that I'm super hard on, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I know she lost the qualifying match to one of these indie girls. And I was just like, in your face, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get why Ruby Riott wasn't there because Heidi Lovelace was one of the best on the indie circuit until they took her and turned her into Ruby Riott, and she's outstanding. So I could have seen that making her into a star turn. I think when you saw the footage of Ronda Rousey being at the show, at the tapings, I think that's the indication of where they're going with this whole thing. I think somehow she's going to be involved in something with them, I bet, next year.
Well, they're at least trying to get her.
Yeah, they're baiting her. Yeah, they're baiting her, and they're giving it enough to think that she's going to do something at Mania, I bet. I mean, they've already used her at Mania, but...
How did she look? She looked fat?
No.
Fat.
No, she looked the same.
Yeah, she looked the same.
Well, there you go. What else we got on this show? Sanity Attack McIntyre outside in the dark, and the 3 refs show up. I thought that was funny. But yes, so we've been corrected once again. So recall that I corrected you, a listener corrected that Dean is not from Scotland. He is from Ireland, I said.
We went.
He has now corrected me and said he is from Northern Ireland, trying to act like there's more than one Ireland.
Yeah, that's like when they talk to me about my Cuerdo Cup.
The Cuerdo Cup.
Yeah, the Cuerdo Cup.
I knew we were going to get to talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you know when I said that, you know who brought up the Cuerdo Cup thing?
Who? Lance. Yes.
The superfluous R in the Cuerdo Cup.
I love
Where does
it.
that come from?
It's my Canadian Spanish. See, it's my Canadian Spanish.
Yeah. Just add a R in the middle. You add an O at the end. Spanish.
Yeah.
Let's get through this before we get to the Cuerdo Cup. Next week, undefeated Dane and McIntyre. Winner gets Rude at TakeOver. So, McIntyre, since the second he came back, you're like, oh, here's the next champion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm into this dude. Like, I don't know, man. Is he?
All right. He's gotten a hell of a lot better than when he was there initially, for sure.
I've liked a lot of stuff he's done on the indies.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's how they use him. It's what they do with him.
Yeah. He's a great heel. I find he's a great heel.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you sit and like, put all this fucking shit into a guy like Baron Corbin when you have this guy who's like just as tall, I think, yeah?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Actually fucking like
100 times better worker.
Yeah, actually in good shape, actually a good-looking dude.
Can talk. Can actually talk.
Yeah, he's not American though.
But his accent's not that bad.
He's actually from Scotland. Yeah, no, we better not start this.
He is from Scotland. Yeah.
Actually, he's from
Northern Scotland.
What was that? I'm trying to remember what that dude's name was. I don't think I. It's like @Grime, something like that. I wish I had your name. Sorry, sir. I know you listen to the show. Thank you. Yeah, what else we had? Gargano came down and did a pretty fucking good promo.
Yeah.
And he left to that new song that spoiled the breakup. That chick was on Twitter talking about, I just did this new Johnny Gargano theme.
Yeah, and there it is.
Days for that event. So, there it is. It's awful. Dude, I'd be like, why the fuck is there a chick singing on my song? When does a male wrestler come out with a chick? Like, I think you gave me one of the diva fucking songs accidentally.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I liked it.
Really? I thought it was weird. I just think, like, to be a dude coming out with a chick singing seems very weird to me. You know? But whatever, I guess. And what else you had? All This Is Pain. Defeat virtually the only other active tag team in this whole fucking company.
The biggest NXT main event ever.
Yeah, they defeat Heavy Machinery. So I have questions about this because I watched this right before I went to bed last night, and I didn't have time to look into it this morning. So post-match during the celebration, Sanity minus Young come out, and there's like paper dropping from the ceiling, and then I swear to God, bro, that the commentators are saying that these are pages from some book from the author. The authors are paid of a book? They are actual authors, so what's going on? Someone tell me what's going on.
I think it's the book that Ellering is always referencing.
So they somehow tore pages out of it, then rigged them up in the ceiling, and like, oh man, we're gonna like tear those pages out. Okay, then we'll put them up in the ceiling, and then they'll fucking come down on us later.
It's really cheesy.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's all Nikki Cross. It's all Nikki Cross, that crazy bitch.
I just envision them like before everyone shows up to the to Full Sail earlier in the day, like got a ladder up there and like fucking wolves like putting it up there. What the fuck? So it's gonna be. How is it It's Wolf and Dane again, right? So next week Dane takes on. I wonder if Dane's gonna beat McIntyre next week, dude.
Oh no!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, it's absolutely McIntyre. No, I'm saying that, but how do you set him up? Oh, he might be the #1 contender, and then later in the same show set up like the tag angle with it too. It's fucking silly.
Yeah.
That's just lazy, but whatever.
That's true.
And, you also get Riot and Moon. You get Riot and Moon next week, so that should be good. Those two are better than half the women on the main roster.
Well, most of Ember Moon.
Ember Moon is.
Ember Moon is the goods.
Yeah, she's good in the ring, and she's also.
Three. We got 3 lovers of Ember Moon.
She's crazy sexy, dude. That chick is.
Yeah, definitely.
Hot. 205 Live. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No. Seriously, though, I started watching it. Started watching 205 Live this week. I should have talked about this before, but I forgot. So, in the beginning of the show, Tozawa was on a phone, and Titus is on the speakerphone. Okay? At some point, Tozawa picks up the phone, and Titus is still on the speakerphone. And then he slams the phone down, and Titus is still on the speakerphone. And then I just like... And then it showed like a half-empty crowd shot, and I just stopped. It stopped, like, it's fucking done. So. Talk about the Cuerto Cup, as it were.
Cuerto Cup.
Yes. Yes.
This is episode 26 of season 3. The episode is entitled "A Phoenix to a Flame." There you go.
That Taya and Jeremiah Crane match was the goods.
It
was
was
the goods.
It was probably
if there's anybody that gives shit about intergender matches needs to watch that, because I'm not a huge fan of that chick, but boy, did she keep up, and that match was incredible.
That match was great. It was probably the best match of the week, in my opinion.
I'm right there with you. It was good.
I put that in my notes, like, actually, too, about, like, how fucking good she was in this. Dude, she takes everything, like, like a fucking man does, dude. You know, like, you gotta fucking respect that chick. And you think about some of the bumps she's taken, too. You know, don't forget that a man called Cage fucking, superplexed her off the top through a fucking table on the outside and shit?
Yeah, that chick is badass for sure. If you can get past her teeth, you know, if you can watch her in the ring wrestling.
Those teeth they're disgusting.
Man.
Yeah. You bringing that up finally clued it all into me. What about her face is so jacked? And it's the teeth.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me. I like
Courtney Love of professional wrestling. That's what she looks like to me. Just a dirty, skanky bitch, but she can go in the ring. I will give her that for sure.
I disagree. I think she's fucking sexy in like a fucking hoary way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. But yeah, she's fucking really good.
Did she not advance in the Cuerdo Cup?
She did not. Dramatic Crane defeated.
How'd she do in the Cueto Cup?
Post-match, the Sexy Star takes out Taya with the knuckles that Taya brought out last week during Sexy's match, so maybe we're getting some kind of a brass knuckle match. I don't know. Definitely getting a match between the two.
Yeah.
So, you also have...
Even Sexy was looking extra sexy.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking hot.
She's cute.
Aerostar and Phoenix have kind of a backstage thing, and Phoenix asked him if he'll win tonight. So Aerostar's kind of like a time traveler. I guess I never picked that up until now.
I never
either.
You
can see into the future. They just said it on this show. I think that's the first reference they made to it.
It's like, so why couldn't he have seen Drago turning on them? Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
So he can see the future. Not only is he from fucking a spaceman, he can also see. Paul London defeated by Mil Muertes. Yeah, I thought this was fucking awesome, dude. What was the point of that rabbit tribe running?
I don't know.
Like, just to distract Mil. Distract Mil.
Yeah. One fucking runs in and gives the ref a high five as he dumps out. Like, what the fuck?
Speaking of sexy as fuck, how about Katrina?
Oh,
that chick is so hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They got to get more airtime for her. She should be in WWE right now. WWE. She should be there right now. That chick is smoking hot.
She's smoking hot, and she's great at that.
Yeah, she plays that role really well.
Yeah.
What little is needed of it, except in the backstage vignettes, which are really solid. But yeah, she does a really nice job with it.
Yeah.
Paul London's face after she licks it is just every guy's expression, really.
Paul London's crotch. Ugh. What's going on there? What the fuck is that?
No, it's awesome, dude. He's got like a fucking bedazzled cod piece on with Elvis.
It's a cod piece. Yeah,
it's like Elvis pants, dude. Yeah. It's fucking awesome, dude.
It is. Yeah. I fucking love it.
It's so fucking weird. It's like Mick Fleetwood with the balls dangling in front of him on the cover of Rumors. That's what that always reminds me of.
Shooting Star Press and busted one out there. I love Paul London. He's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
You had Tejano in a bar with Brenda. He kind of does he just kind of pulls an Alberto on her, in the bar. It's like, there's kind of an Alberto and Paige sort of situation.
That's great.
So, I don't know, I guess they're together now or whatever.
Well, like, she says exactly what I think of Texano. Or Tejano.
He's boring.
Yes.
Yeah, he's boring.
He's boring as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that they actually had a character reference that on TV.
Yeah.
It's pretty self-aware, dude.
Yeah,
like
but then you had Famous B in the background laughing it up about the whole thing, so obviously it's all planned.
And how he's reeling them in. I thought that was fucking great. That was great.
Speaking of people that WWE should hire, fucking Famous B.
Famous Titus.
Yeah, well, shit, right? They've already tried to rip that shit off, but it's nowhere near as good as Famous B.
Yeah, not even close.
Marty the Moth with Mariposa.
Oh boy.
He pulls out a lunchbox.
That lunchbox.
And some food in there. What the fuck was it that he had? He like takes a big bite, shoves some in.
It was a sandwich that fell apart.
It was like a rancid sandwich. It was like some big bagel sandwich or pretzel sandwich or something. But it was like falling apart and shit.
He shoves it in Melissa's mouth. Fucking awesome. She spits it off in his face. Some good shit in this match. He tried to rip his fucking mask off, and Mariposa gets in there, and I thought it was really good, man. And they have had to end, she's fighting with Mariposa for the lunchbox.
That was awesome. When he pulled the fork out and went all Abdullah on Phoenix and ripped his head open with the fork, and then he's licking his blood. I'm like, there's a lot of questionable sexual things I've done in my life, but I would never be licking Phoenix's blood off of his face.
No.
That's for damn sure.
Not the first fucking time either. Last season, Pentagon was licking people's blood off their face, man.
Yikes.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. I thought it was tits.
Yeah, that was a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
I'm digging
much
that
less, much less while the crowd is creeping. Are you chanting creepy bastard? That was fucking
bastard. Well, I mean, I always try to balance my appreciation of Lucha with the fact that they can edit the hell out of those matches and make them all outstanding. But they have to have a lot of outstanding footage to cultivate those matches, but damn, that show is so well put together. It's a shame that they're not as they're not on a network that they can get a lot of eyeballs watching.
Yeah, I have to watch it through nefarious means. So what can you do?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that was the weekend.
There's legit no legal way in Canada to get it.
Yeah.
There isn't. It's you have to watch their seasons are behind.
Aren't they on Netflix?
Well, yeah, the last seasons are, but not the current stuff.
Oh, current. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silly. They need better distribution for sure. Trying to make it hard for everybody to watch, but I think that was the week in wrestling for the most part, man. As much as we're going to fucking talk about anyway.
You're not going to talk about the Swole Mates on TNA?
I have no idea what happened in TNA this week. Hey, TNA, I love that we're still calling it TNA.
TNA, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I sound like a mark calling him Kevin Steen at that point.
No, I always, it's not even that. You're not deciding to call him TNA. You're just like...
That's what's ingrained in my head is TNA.
Exactly.
It'll always be TNA to me.
Yep.
That's very telling of it. Yeah, the same shit. We do that too. Like, you just say TNA, and it's the worst name of all time.
Yeah. The only thing about this week's show that was inexplicable to me, if either of you guys watched it, was Lashley all of a sudden teaming with Alberto in the main event against LAX. And then they actually work together, and they don't do any explanation of Lashley all of a sudden becoming a face and teaming with Alberto. And then at the end of the show, LAX destroys Alberto, and Lashley just walks off. And I'm like, so this is some lazy fucking storytelling, too.
Wait, did it end last week with Alberto being in LAX?
He had been knocked out, and so he was unconscious when... LAX announced, like, hey, he's our new member, and he was knocked out, so he wasn't able to say, no, I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about? So they just did an angle where and then they addressed that in this week's show. They addressed it, and he said, no, I'm not. I don't want to be part of it. Not interested. Adios. And then that's when they ganged up on Alberto, and Lashley came out to defend him with, like, no fucking storyline behind that. And then they tag in the main event, and then after the main event, when of course the faces quote unquote go over, he walks out. Lashley walks out while they're beating up Alberto again. So I'm like, the whole fucking thing was all just so weird and contrived.
And Karen Jarrett's on the fucking show too, right?
Yeah, she made an appearance. Yep. So.
Fucking, they are so lost over there, dude. It's unbelievable.
Oh, those Swole Mates, that whole thing is so ridiculous. It's these two jacked ass bodybuilders that look like fucking neon signs for sure.
Oh, those guys just sitting on the ringside at Slammiversary.
Yep. So they did a brief angle with him on this week's show, and I guess there's some kind of Swole Mates miniseries or something coming up that's going to be on after TNA. So it's all a crossover thing to plug their show. But man, talk about neon signs, man. Those guys are just going to explode in the ring. They're bigger than Scott Steiner ever was.
Oh my god.
So
that's fucking Well, not to end the show on a fucking downer. Holy shit!
The Swole Mates.
The Swole Mates is the end of the show.
Worst.
Good God. Want to plug your fucking Twitter and shit, man?
Absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter at ChocolatierLL. That's ChocolatierLL on Twitter. It's all a work because I used to manage for a chocolate company and they called us chocolatiers. So, and we thought it was the stupidest fucking thing ever. So it became my handle. Shooting the Shiznit on SoundCloud. That's our podcast with Will Trammell or Trammell or whatever the hell way he pronounces it this week. And Cool Kids on Facebook. Look for us on Facebook. Cool Kids will let you in. It's a private group, but we talk a lot of good shit. There's a lot of good minds in that group talking about wrestling and MMA.
Yeah, I'm in that group as well. A fellow cool kid. That's how I got to know all you guys from there, right? I don't know how I ever got. I think maybe you listened to our show and then we started talking, and then I got added in that group. And
yeah, it's a lot of smart asses as well as a lot of people that know the business really well. A lot of opinionated guys, and there's a lot of different things. We talk about Japan, we talk about Mexico, we talk about WWE, Lucha, you name it. So we try to cover all bases.
I just want to call it WWE from now on.
WWE.
It's just, I love it.
Yeah.
It's way fucking easier.
They should do a Weirdo Cup WWE.
They should. They should. They really should.
WWE Quarto Cup.
I would be all for that. The WWE Quarter Cup. There we go.
Book it.
It's a fucking. Oh my god.
Cena wins.
And what's coming up on the Federation, man?
WWF Canadian Stampede.
Oh, Canadian Stampede. I just listened to your last one. Was that that fucking Ring of Honor show?
Oh, the ROH. I can't remember what it was called now. Beating the Odds. Yeah, there you go.
Where fucking Raven just recycled a promo as if nobody would notice. Like, he used that promo back in the day in ECW.
Against who?
It was like the first one that he ever used.
I'm
like
going to
one of his first appearances there, where he quotes "Heaven and Hell" by Black Sabbath.
Huh?
Right?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, he was talking about it on. I actually listened to his podcast. It's actually pretty decent.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Yeah, he has. It's on the Jericho Network. It's actually pretty fucking good because that dude's crazy.
He is.
So that's worth listening
Who's
to.
that, Raven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that. That sounds interesting.
It's pretty interesting.
Of all the 100,000 podcasts on wrestling, I'll see if I can find time for that one.
Yeah, Canadian Stampede. You should have had that at like near Canada Day, or was that the original plan?
No, it's pretty much, well, I believe the 20th anniversary this month. For the Canadian Stampede, because it happens during the Calgary Stampede, and the Calgary Stampede happens next week.
And that's not the one that has that awesome Michinoku and
yes,
Sasuke.
It is, sir. Yes, it is.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh man! In the middle of this fucking weird, in the middle of a like 90s WWF pay-per-view, all of a sudden there's like this awesome Japanese match.
Yeah, you got Triple H and Mick Foley, or Triple H and Mankind, and you got the Sasuke and Taka match, and then there's Undertaker and Vader, and then the 10-man tag with Stone Cold, Goldust, LOD, and somebody else I can't remember against. Holy fuck! I blanked. Oh, the Heart Foundation. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. That should be pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, no, it's a really good pay-per-view.
Everyone can check that out on the mofudge.com.
Thefederation.com.
The Federation on all the podcast outlets. I fucking dig that shit, man. You listen to you and your bro talk about old shit. Especially that whole SmackDown run, too. Because, like, I never watched any of that shit, so...
It's actually, like, there's a lot of good matches during that SmackDown run that weren't even on pay-per-views. Like, Eddie Guerrero and, I think it was Eddie Guerrero and Edge in a ladder match or something like that.
Or Sasha Banks would say, Eddie Guerrero. That's how fucking John Draper says it. Former guest of the show. Shout out to him. But yeah, shout outs to all of our friends in podcasting. Of course, Shooting the Shiznit and Federation. As mentioned, Wrestling Soup, Talking About Podcast, Out of the Van, The Strap, Sat Pod. Shout out to Wrestling Shorts on YouTube. I don't know. What else we got? That about it?
I think
to all the cool kids, of course, all the cool kids listening. So I think that's going to do it, man. This has been a very long show.
It has. Like this one is pretty much 3 hours.
Oh man, 2:45 probably.
Yeah,
absurd. Lance will have to talk about it next week about how much he hates long podcasts.
Unless we're part of it. Unless we're part of it, then that's okay.
Unless you're having fun doing it, right? Then you
exactly.
see how it happens.
Exactly. Thanks so much for having me on, guys. It was
thanks for having us. Hey, hang on at the end and we'll fucking shoot the shit. So I think that's going to do it. We'll be back next week to preview the what the fuck, Battleground?
Yeah.
WWE Battleground. Maybe we'll have a guest. Who fucking knows? I forgot to at the beginning of the show. My intro is the worst this week. I started like doing the follow thing before I introduced the guest. It was really shit. I do want to shout out our supporters on Patreon. You can support the show on Patreon. Like Bad Motherfuckers, Casey, Wrestling Soup Podcast, The Miz Guy, Infamous Chris Savage, Nuts and Bolts, Jeremy Foltz, and Killer Keith Martin.
Oh.
And you can also pick up t-shirts at Pro Wrestling Tees. Buy them shits. I think that's going to do it.